The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets Hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! Left to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Played well, and I think the right choice to start the game here tonight.
So Chaz Nixon will get the start in goal for Strathroy tonight, a former Leamington Flyer. As you mentioned, came into that game, and I believe the total was 26 out of 27 shots that he faced on Thursday night, which is a good night if you're playing the whole game, let alone the third and a bulk of the second period for Chaz Nixon, but did a fantastic job at keeping the Rockets in that hockey game. And if you take away that first period where the Rockets were down 3-0, they played a pretty good game against Leamington, albeit the Flyers probably took a foot off the pedal in the third period. But even for a good part of that second period, Leamington was bringing it to Strathroy, and they were able to hold off the pressure and keep themselves in that hockey game.
Well, after outshooting Leamington, I remember us remarking about it that Strath outshot Leamington 11-10 in the first period, and we're down 3-0, and it really could have been worse. Missed opportunities by Leamington. But then in the second period, 24-10 for the Flyers. So, as you said, Nixon only played just shy of 34 minutes. Like he barely more than half the game. And he had actually 27 saves on 28 shots. As you said, that could be a full game. For him, it was barely more than half the game. And he shone in net on Thursday night. And as I said, I believe is the perfect choice to play here tonight.
So he will get the start in goal tonight for Strathroy. So kind of going with the same goal they had on Thursday night. Leamington, on the other hand, is going to be switching things up. Bo Porosky will get the start in goal tonight for the Leamington Flyers here on this Saturday night to finish off the back half of this home-and-home series.
They are trying to get first place, so I think it wouldn't surprise me if you end up seeing both, Porosky, and Polidori end up playing, maybe not alternating, but they'll both play because you're going to want to have both goalies fresh for the playoffs because they've got conference championship goals.
And both the teams that are vying for that top place in the Western Conference, two of the teams that are at the top right now, Leamington and London. London holding a 1-point lead as we speak right now on these Leamington Flyers, but both the teams in action tonight. London is hosting LaSalle at the Western Fair on this Saturday night, and by the time tonight's over, Eldon, if it goes Leamington's way, they could be a point up in the Western Conference here and be in first place with 9 games to go for both those two teams into the final few weeks of the regular season.
This is true, absolutely. Leamington's final game, they do play each other one more time. Leamington's final game of the season is against London in St. Thomas, oddly enough. But London does have 2 games after that. It's the third last game for the Nationals. So that game could end up being the decider as to who gets first place in the Western Conference.
Couple of scratches in the Rockets lineup tonight. Cole Smith and Owen Kindry out on the back end for Strathroy. Tage Gallant and Mark Hewitt not playing up front for Strathroy tonight. Flipping over to the Leamington side of things, Adam Jeffrey, Blake McNally, and Nolan McKibben not in the lineup. McKibben was in the lineup on Thursday night. He is going to be out. Coming into his place for him, who wasn't in the lineup, Luka Milicevic will be in the lineup tonight for Leamington. We didn't see him on Thursday. We'll see if he makes a big presence tonight. Both teams out to the ice and just about ready for the national anthems. Leamington, as we mentioned, this being their 10th last game of the regular season. For Strathroy, they're 6th last, so a few more games ahead of them here. Strathroy by far a slower finish to the season. But both these teams, a big 2 points on the line here tonight. We'll take it down to ice level for national anthems. So the anthem's complete and just about ready for hockey here in Strathroy. A cold and windy night out here on this March evening, but ready for hockey here. The back half of a home-and-home between the Rockets and the Leamington Flyers. Alvin, we looked at the starting lineups tonight, and it looks like head coach Jason Williams is going to be switching up the top line. Brandon Belaz will start tonight with Noah Nelson and Jacob Cucci.
Jacob Cucci has brought a lot of energy to the lineup over the last few weeks since he made his season debut. Lots of hustle, not afraid to shy away from the physicality of the game, and I think has been a plus for the club since joining.
It's Chaz Nixon in net for Strathroy. On to the right of your screen there if you're watching on Hockey TV. Bo Porosky on the left side. Noah Nelson will face off at center against Gabe Piccolo, and we're underway. Back on defense here and quickly tipped in off the stick at the offensive blue line here for Brandon Belaz. Now Kuvion hands it back to Clark on defense here for Leamington. Quickly trying to get this up ice. Turned over onto the stick of Noah Nelson. Now Belaz looking shot to the net. That one goes wide. Flyers looking to clear off the glass. It's past the defender and out. Here comes Kuvion into the offensive zone. Long shot on. Nixon takes that one. Stop. Rebound. Another save for Nixon. Just clearing that one out and getting it back out to center. Taves now. Long jumping onto the stick of Ty Johnson. He'll take it back inside the Strathroy zone. Habib will bring it up the left side. Gain center. Dumping in on Porosky. And the Rockets will get a change on the play. Back on defense here. Leamington inside their own zone. Long jump in. Habib stops it just out front of the Strathroy net. Faulkner trying to chip that one over to Nigel Piercy. Taves will chase it down. Flyers trying to get it right back up ice. It's Ryan McPherson now. Picking it up on his forehand. He'll just circle back inside the Leamington zone. 1 minute and 10 seconds off the clock here to start this hockey game. So now the Flyers will work their way up ice. Dump in off the boards. Now a nice play coming in. Ryan McPherson wide, looking out front onto the stick, still holding, looking shot on. That one goes wide to the glove side of Nixon. Bounces off the glass, picked up by Faulkner. Flipped up to the point, kept in by McPherson. Down low, Grudner now back behind the net. Bounces off his man, picked up. Holding onto it, Hogarth through the middle of the ice, off the stick of Piercy, and quickly dumped right back in by Martineau. Now Ryan Marshall, his pass intercepted, dumped in by McPherson, and now the Flyers will chase Utero into the corner against Marshall. Gets that one up to Faulkner. Long pass onto the stick, Dundas far right side, looking for Hogarth in the middle. Pass into the skates, knocked away. Leamington quickly back up ice. Good drop, looking back to O'Neill. O'Neill cutting, throws it off the side of the net. Now back behind the Strathroy net. O'Neill trying to pick that one up. Gets it on his stick, comes out far side. Now up to Clark. Clark dumping it back down low. Chased by Darby Lemieux. Chipped forward by Barnes. Kept in at the blue line, and the Flyers still inside the Strathroy zone. Off the back of the net now. Trying to get that one away, Laszlo. Off the stick of Lemieux. Now Lemieux back behind the net for O'Neill. Holds onto it here. On his backhand, now spins, fires one in. That one goes off the end boards. Nixon makes the save. Rockets looking to clear. That one comes back out through center, and it's Clark at the blue line now. Barnes picks it up, comes in, will dump it in. Elliston had to hold his leg onside there. Rockets getting ready to chase inside the Leamington zone. Perry now looking. Dundas couldn't get the shot off in the slot. Trying to poke it away in the corner. Flyers just looking to clear up to Habib at the blue line. Nice play to keep that in. Stick lift by Perry. Perry looking out front, bouncing puck. Elliston couldn't get a shot off. It's cleared out past the Leamington bench. They'll carry it to center and enter the offensive zone. Long shot over top of the net. Bounces off the glass, back out to center. Garache now back to the defenseman. Prudhomme will pick it up. Off the skates of Spezial. Back to Ty Johnson now. Some time for Johnson. He'll throw it off a stick and inside the Leamington zone. Cotter will pick it up in the corner. Bounces off the backboard. Now trying to pick that one up. Back behind the net. Pimentel tries to bring it out front. Spezial knocked it away. Johnson from the point. Shot to the net. Goes wide of goal. Habib another chance. Another shot well wide. Throwing that one off the boards and out. Now it'll be a foot race for coming back inside the Strathroy zone. Pricked up by Brandon Spezial. Dumps it in off the end boards. Comes in on goal. Porosky will play it. Keep the puck alive here. Fast and furious pace to start this hockey game. To the point. Habib shot to the net. Off his shin pad. Bounces out to center. Foot race forward onto the left side. Now a toe drag move, cut to the net and knocked away by the Strathroy defender. Picked up by Kane Johnson, puts it into the corner for Blake Hall. Hall will throw it up, and it's going to go over top of the short glass and out of play. We'll get a whistle. 15:43 to go here in the first.
I was enjoying that.
That was our first whistle of the game right there.
He's going to be home by this game will be over by 8:45. The rate we're going here. A couple of early saves in the first 30 seconds by Nixon. The second one, a grade A scoring chance off a rebound. Some physical play by the Flyers on that first shift, but a lot of back and forth ever since then.
And now Nixon fixing his mask there inside the Strathroy net.
Oh, and the referee is taking it to the bench.
Have a look at it. His trainer Mike Brooks will take a look at the mask.
Could be one of the snaps. Maybe if not only did it come undone, maybe it's come off. And they've switched masks.
He's going to take Brazeau's mask at least for now.
And then Michael will no doubt be working on Nixon's mask in the interim. Hopefully by the next whistle in about 6 minutes of playing time, we will have his mask ready to go.
Nixon took a couple of shots on that first shift there up high.
Yes.
I didn't think it hit the mask, but obviously something jarred loose. Into the corner, Blake Hall on the far side of the ice now, up against the boards to the blue line, not out, and now bounces off the shins and back out. Nixon will glove that one. Marshall over to Hall. Hall, quick pass, Noah Nelson. Now long side of the ice. Balaz will chase it down into the corner. Oh, and a hit there against Balaz. A little bit slow to get up. Shot to the net. Bounces around out front. Sitting in the crease there. Kept alive. Now Balaz in the corner again. Down low for Nelson. Nelson has it bounce off his skates. Trying to pick it up again. Holds onto it. Looks to the net. That one blocked. Kept alive. Thrown off the boards and out to center. Now dumped in by Marshall, and the puck bounces right out front of the crease there, but the Rockets got a clear still offside. Long pass to center, off the stick of Lassard. Picked up by Barnes to Balaz. Balaz in across, fires a shot to the net. Blocked away by Porosky. Nelson couldn't handle it into the corner. Opposite side, pass from Balaz to Nelson. Now looking back out front. That one's going to go off the stick. Bounce all the way back out to the neutral zone, and Charlie Barnes will pick it up. Hand it over to Laszlo on the opposite side of the ice. Chipped forward by Nelson, and the Flyers in possession now. Long dump in, and it'll be chipped off the stick of Nixon and out of play over top of the glass.
Brandon Balaz took a hit down in the far right corner. Sorry, I guess to our left, the far corner. He was not a fan of it, got up a little slowly. He did finish his shift, but he had lots to say to the referee throughout the rest of that shift.
Right off the boards, now at the hash marks, trying to pick that one up. McPherson now looks to the side. That one shoveled towards the net, couldn't get much on it. Nixon looked it off to his right. Back up to the point, shot through. That one hits off a man, doesn't make it to the net. Picked up by Faulkner. He'll just throw it back to the neutral zone. Prudhomme will pick it up just inside the Leamington blue line. Fired in there. Now McPherson. Back to Prudhomme. He'll gain some cover back behind the Leamington net. Held on to here as the Flyers will try to settle things down just over 6 minutes into this opening period.
Gonna have to get you doing the John Shorthouse. Henrik to Daniel, Daniel to Henrik, Connor, Ryan.
Dumped in, trying to chip that one through. Laszlo will knock it down out front of the Strathroy net, up to the blue line, and they're going to say that one did just come out. Stedman right on the call.
Yeah, linesman right on top of that. It was going to be tight. Clark, and it's not like Clark lollygagged. He raced over there to get it. He just couldn't quite get onto that.
Face-off will go in the neutral zone on the opposite side of the ice here. Perry versus Utero in the dots, and one back by Perry to the defenseman. Marshall now throws it off the skates there. Now out front of the Strathroy net. Bench there, gets it over. Taves. Over to the captain. O'Brien will dump it in. Held on to Elliston, chipped out to the line, but not out. Kept in. Utero now. Utero shot through. That one knocked away, and now batting it out of the air is Carson Perry. Foot race forward as Elliston was coming through. They'll stay, and they're going to be offside on the play. Dundas picked that one up, and Ellison was just inside of the blue line.
Yeah, Dundas didn't quite wait long enough there. Wyatt O'Neill lost his stick in the Rockets zone, and as he was coming back to pick it up, a point shot hit him right in the cage. He's fine. He's still on the ice.
Off the draw, Elliston chips it past the defender, gets it into the corner. Flyers looking to clear. That one knocked away. O'Neill couldn't get it past Ellison. Now Dundas picks it up, couldn't get a shot off as he tried to make his way towards the net. Coming back through center, Darby Lemieux lost that one. Elliston, now Dundas, just inside the blue line, dropped it, nobody there, and it's going to be blown down here. A penalty on the play, and it's going to be a hook, and the Rockets will head to the power play. 12:51 to go in the first.
And Jack Cotter going to the box for the Flyers here. 2 minutes for hooking. It's 7:09. The big line out here on the power play. 4 forwards actually going to be here. Elliston playing the point as he usually does on the power play with Charlie Barnes.
Blas Perry Nelson up front with Elliston playing on the point, as you touched on there. It's been the power play for Strathroy for at least the past few weeks here, pairing whatever defenseman you so choose.
Kindry and Smith used to pair up a lot on the power play.
Oh, poked away there as Elliston almost gave that one away right out front of Nixon.
Not the first time we've seen that. First time tonight. Yes, Cole Smith and Owen Kindry were often paired up on the power play early in the season, but after the acquisition of Michael Elliston, he has pretty much dominated from the point. Their power play's been a lot better having him out there.
You see more and more teams go to 4 forwards on a power play nowadays as well. Elliston at the point on this one, of course. Belaz into the corner. Perry working with Nelson, trying to pick this puck up. Perry up to Elliston, settles down the puck. Elliston, toe drag, shot to the net. That one goes wide. Perry trying to chase it down at the point. Now far side of the ice. Michael Elliston now coming through. That one stopped by Porosky. Once again working around the perimeter. Barnes shot through. That one blocked. Trying to clear here. The Flyers picked up by Nelson. Nelson looks out front for Perry. Couldn't get the shot off. Belaz up to Barnes. Barnes pass, knocked away. Good defensive play, but Belaz keeps it inside the zone. Now Belaz at the point, looking shot. That one off the post and out of play.
He can shoot the puck, can he? Wow. He's maybe 8 feet inside the blue line, and that wrist shot cleanly beat Porosky up off the bar and out.
There's maybe 2 guys wearing red tonight that you don't want to take that shot. Belaz one of them. And he showed you why they're inches away from giving the Rockets the lead. 54 seconds to go on the man advantage. Back to the point for Blake Hall. His pass will go off a stick and back out into the neutral zone. Ryan Marshall now off to Jacob Cucci. Hands it off to Hall. Now Cucci back at center. Fires that one in. And no icing here. It'll be played by Porosky off the glass. Chipping that one forward. And now here come the Flyers for a little short rush. McPherson looking. Couldn't get it out front there. Still picks it up down low. Cucci poking it back into the corner for Hogarth as the Rockets try to settle down the puck with McPherson right on him. A little hit there, jars the puck loose. Marshall here with 15 seconds to go on the man advantage. He'll get to center, dump it into the opposite side of the ice. Cucci now holding. Up to Marshall at the point. Marshall looking to the net. Hogarth bouncing puck, knocked away out of the air. Up to the point, kept in Marshall again. Back behind the net, Hogarth tries to bang that one in off the side of the goal. Cucci has to go off his back, and then it'll be batted out of the air down the ice, and it'll be an icing against the Flyers here, who are trying to get a late change in there.
So the only fresh guy on the ice here is going to be Cotter because he just came out of the penalty box. But the rest of them not allowed to change. Kuvion Clark on the back end. We've got Connor McPherson. Cotter's on the ice. There he goes. As I said, he'll be the only truly fresh one. He just came out of the box.
One cleanly right through the defenders and all the way back into the Strathroy zone. So the Flyers will get that change. Johnson to Spezial. Now Pimentel just inside the zone. Breaks it in past the blue line. Back behind the net. Johnson over to Spezial. Poked off his stick. Trying to carry that one out. Now Kuvion pass to the middle. Cotter will bring it across the blue line. Cotter looking to the net. That one goes well wide. Held onto here. Penalty on the way. Arm up in the air. Dumped in by Ty Johnson. Johnson will pick it up now. Johnson looks to the middle. That one touched up. And Strathroy right back to the power play on the slash. And is it Cotter going right back?
No.
No, it's not. It's Duresh.
No, he's going to the bench. Who's going?
They haven't picked anyone up yet. Or did someone make their way to the bench?
Not sure what's happening here. There's still nobody in the box.
And finally, it'll be Kuvion going to the box.
Going to the box. It's like, how did I get a slashing penalty? I was on the bench.
So Strathroy right back to the man advantage here. Velaz will pick it up back behind the net, up to the point. Now over to Elliston. Elliston holds. Left side, Nelson. Nelson's pass off a stick, but it's able to be picked up by Perry down low. Now Perry's going to be tied up to Velaz. Back to Perry. Perry trying to pick that one up. Pass Nelson up to the point for Elliston. Now Nelson. Elliston looking, shot to the goal. That one stopped. Bouncing around, it gets over top of Peroski and back behind the net now.
Perry batted that one out of the air.
Up to the point, Elliston. Left side, Nelson looking to the goal. That one's going to be blocked. Almost batted past him as well. He gets it back down low, past the stick of Perry, and cleared down the length of the ice on goal for Chaz Nixon, who almost misplays it there. Back into the blue paint.
Saw Alex Nedeljkovic of the Detroit Red Wings do something a little worse than that, but that was scary.
Just inside the zone and now dumped down the length of the ice. Barnes will have to go back and get it as it took a big bounce. Now picked up. Ryan McPherson holds, looks to the goal. Had his brother Connor right out front there, and it was knocked away. Now here come the Rockets up ice. It's Hall. Stepping inside the blue line, shot to the net, stopped by Peroski. Big rebound comes out. Flyers will get it up to center. Connor carries it forward. Pass over, left side, back to Connor. Penalty on the play here.
It's going to be a hook for Hull.
Out front, looking, shot to the goal. That one blocked by Hall into the corner and touched up there. The penalty called on Blake Hull, the hook.
Yeah, Connor McPherson sent it into Ryan, and he was going to break in. And this is what happens. You know, you're shorthanded. They play together all the time. 5-on-5 power play, shorthanded, and they just know where each other is all the time. And when you've got to be aware. And Hull, it was either that or let Ryan McPherson walk in alone. So I guess if you're going to say there's a good penalty, that was probably one. But 27 seconds from now, the Rockets will be shorthanded.
A little 4-on-4 hockey here as it's picked up from behind the Strathroy net. Barnes will carry it through center, get to the blue line. Now past Clark, back behind the net. Trying to knock that one away. Piercy came in to help. In the corner here, the Rockets with 10 seconds to go, 4-on-4 hockey, and then Leamington will get a chance to work on their first power play of the hockey game. Smart play by Clark. He'll take it back behind the net. And now the Flyers will get a minute and 31 seconds on the man advantage. To Utero on the right side. Utero just inside the blue line. Puck taken away from him up to the point for Cohen Taves. Taves, far side of the ice. Shot to the goal and stopped by Nixon. Right down into the butterfly to swallow that one up.
Changes coming here for the Rockets. Perry and Nelson over the boards. Marshall and Habib with 1:19 to go. And the hooking penalty to Blake Hull. And here are, the McPhersons. Ryan will be on the point with O'Brien. Connor down low.
Piccolo, it's one back up to the point. McPherson, Grudner, shot to the goal. That one stopped. Big rebound came out there. Trying to clear traffic out front was Habib.
Kind of lucky he didn't get a cross-checking penalty there.
Shot on goal will go off the glass. Perry trying to keep him around the perimeter. O'Brien. Now he gets the return pass at the blue line. Hands it off. Looking to a shot on goal. That one knocked away. Big hit out front of the goal there by Habib. Knocks down Connor McPherson, and then it's cleared down the ice.
That was a cross-check. Again, break for the Rockets. No call.
Back behind the Leamington net now as they slow things down. It's Colton O'Brien. Pass off right side, McPherson, and then quickly dump down the ice, and now a penalty on the play. Marshall's going to be getting this one for Strathroy. 20 seconds to go on the man advantage, and now touched up here as the Flyers just let Strathroy take the penalty. It's interference on Marshall, and the Flyers will get 19 seconds of 5-on-3.
Well, 3 strikes for Marshall after a couple of cross-checks down low in front of the net. And then probably the lesser of the 3 plays is what ends up putting him in the box. So, 19 seconds, 2 men short. Hogarth, Laszlo, and Barnes on the ice.
I feel like we talked about that on Thursday night in Leamington, how sometimes you'll get a couple, you'll get away with one, and then you think you can do it again. And as you say, the third strike The straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak, and the Rockets 5-on-3, down by 2 men. Fortunately for them, just 8 seconds to go now on that man advantage. Ryan McPherson now looking out front. O'Brien will settle it down. Onto the ice here is Hall. Held on to, looking for a shot to the net. There was Grundner, who was blocked, picked up again. Now Ryan back down low. Grundner will pick it up in the corner here for Leamington. Gets it up to O'Brien at the point. They work around the perimeter looking for a shot through. That one blocked. Now shot to the net. Nixon makes the pad save and then cleared off the boards and out back to the neutral zone.
Off the deflection. That was a great stop by Nixon.
Now coming in, shot on, and Nixon will see that one easily and make the glove save.
That point shot went off the skate of Charlie Barnes, changed direction right in front of Nixon, and he was able to snake out that right pad and make a big-time stop with 1:15 to go in this penalty to Marshall.
Up to the point for Utero as the Flyers work around the perimeter here with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go on this second penalty to Ryan Marshall. Now Utero back to the point. Taves looking, shot through. That one stopped. Trying to clear. It'll go off a body up to the blue line and out to the neutral zone. Rockets penalty kill, trying to get them through this next 50 seconds. Flyers working it down low. Now back up to the point. Settles it down Taves. Now hands off a pass to Utero at the point. Utero to Taves. Taves looking, shot, blocked away by Nixon. Another chance here as the Flyers power play down to their final 30 seconds. Pass through. Utero tried to settle it down, had to get it into corner. Hall will play the body. Perry tries to clear, couldn't get it out. Now onto the stick of Nilsson, whose backhand will find its way down the ice.
20 seconds to go. Great job so far here by the Rockets.
Oh, the Flyers right there.
Luckily, nobody played it.
Pretty darn close. They had about 9 guys on the ice if anyone had to touch that puck.
Would have been an easy call. There was a lot of guys on the ice in white.
Went right down the boards past the bench as about 4 guys were coming on and 4 were heading off. But the Rockets have killed off the penalty. Back to even strength now as that one's cleared back out to center. Now carrying it through. Dumped in. No icing. Picked up in the corner by Alex Laszlo. Now back behind the net. Around the boards. Trying to poke that one away. Just flipping it up into the neutral zone. Piercy got it away. And then it's dumped down the ice. Will find its way into the offensive zone. Piercy settles down the puck. Looks through. Shot on. That one. Brodsky stopped and went wide and then cleared up and into the Flyers bench. Out of play. 4:24 to go here in period number 1. Still scoreless. And a big penalty kill for Strathroy there.
Yeah. Big time penalty kill to keep the game scoreless. And that's what you like to see. And Chaz Nixon looking very confident in goal. Just blockering away shots and making some kind of tough saves look rather easy so far here in the first period.
Right up to the point. Ty Johnson back down low. Cucci now behind the net. Tried to center it quickly. Hit off the paddle there as another shot fired on from Balaz was knocked away. Nelson couldn't hold on to it. Back up through center ice. Kuvion trying to knock that one into the offensive zone. Throws a hit on Habib. Didn't go anywhere. Milicevic now cutting to the net here. Backhand. Couldn't get it off. Holds onto it into the corner. Milicevic now he takes a hit from Habib down low. A dangerous hit, and now this will draw a little scrum in the corner.
Kuvion did not like the hit. Oh no, here we go.
As the
Balaz went in and decided to inject himself and start punching somebody. And now we've got wow, this is a Donnybrook now.
The only 2 not involved are Ty Johnson and Lassard.
Nelson and Martineau want to go.
Cucci now trying to separate them, and
Kuvion's going to be gone. He didn't like the hit. He responded. I got to say, I was mildly surprised the arm didn't go up. I probably would have called it boarding against the Rockets. And Kuvion was not a fan of the hit. He went in there and immediately jumped in to try and start something. Balaz and Nelson being escorted to the penalty box. Habib has left the ice.
So the cleanup crew will get out there to pick up some sticks and helmets and gloves, but
my goodness,
I imagine will take a little bit of time to clear up this mess. As mentioned, Kuvion the only one so far right to the dressing room for Leamington. Habib the only one for Strathroy. As the jawing back and forth, at least now only verbally, between the two clubs continues on the opposite side of the ice.
Oh, Nixon's going to play catch here with Peroski. Maybe.
Peroski
deciding what he wants to do with it here.
It back.
There you go. Oh, I thought he was going to.
And
there you go.
There it goes. Peroski down ice to Chaz Nixon as well. Keep in mind, former teammates in Leamington.
True enough, but still, this is the kind of thing that lightens things up a little bit.
And now Nixon, I think,
At
will
least
leave that
for me.
one pass each there.
Yeah.
He'll grab himself a drink of water, and we'll wait to see what comes down of this.
Martineau and Piccolo are in the box for Leamington.
Balaz and Nelson in the box for Strathroy, and as we've previously mentioned, Habib to the locker room, Kuvion to the locker room.
I think
if you missed it, a hit in the corner. Kuvion did not like it, got right back up. No penalty originally on the play, but then Kuvion right back up and started feeding it to him. And then that's when everything ensued from there on out.
Yeah, he jumped right in there. I don't blame him for being upset. As I said, I felt there probably could have been, or maybe should have been, a boarding penalty. I'm going to assume it was Habib. It has slipped my mind now.
Colton O'Brien now getting escorted to the penalty box there.
He is familiar with that part of the rink. He was ejected in one of the games we did earlier this season in Leamington.
And now just Carson Perry waits outside the circle to await the calls there.
Yep. I hated being the scorekeeper when stuff like this happened. Be like, slow down. Okay, number 19.
Whenever I was doing it for minor hockey, it always, whenever it came to this, and sometimes you'd get absolutely screwed. You're doing the clock and the score sheet, and then that's when this kind of stuff happens.
Oh, for sure.
And they're like, all right, you got that all? Okay, start the clock. We're going.
Yeah.
I was like, I haven't even written down a thing yet.
I've written down the numbers. That's it.
I said, we'll figure this out after the game. How about that?
So
they're still trying to figure it down on ice level.
I mean, most of these guys I can't see getting much any more than 2 for roughing. The guys who are all still in the penalty box probably all have 2 minutes each for roughing, except for the fact there are 3 Flyers that have been sent to the penalty box, and so far only 2 Rockets. Now, that doesn't mean that one of them didn't get 4 minutes to even it up either way. Habib and Kuvion, I'm going to guess, were given 5. Both were shown the door.
Well, we'll wait and see what comes. We'll check out the out-of-town scoreboard. As mentioned, 2 other games going on in the Western Conference tonight. One in Kamoka. They're just getting underway in the second period. Sarnia on the road at the Wellness Center. No score through the opening period. 19-14 the shots on goal in that opening period, though, in favor of Sarnia. So lots of shots on goal in the first. No goals for either team.
And Piccolo is being shown the door.
So Piccolo, who was in the box as one of the 3 Flyers, shown the gate now. And
now that could just be a 10-minute misconduct with only 3:57 remaining. But that's a guess. Doesn't necessarily mean he's been ejected, because now Balaz is also being shown.
And is that Martineau now out of the box as well for Leamington?
You know what? I'm not going to lie. A bunch of 10-minute misconducts here would really...
Nelson grabbing his things
cool
as well.
Things.
The only person who is not heading, it looks like, at least for now, to the locker rooms is Colton O'Brien.
My guess for O'Brien? Is it Kuvion got the extra 2 for starting it all, and maybe O'Brien's going to serve his penalty?
Nothing up on the board as of yet.
And now this is where they announce everything I just said is completely wrong.
Back to the out-of-town scoreboard, because one game that we are watching closely, LaSalle in London for a rare Saturday night home game for the Nationals. And with about 3.5 minutes to go in period number 1, it's LaSalle out to a 2-0 lead over the Nationals. Goals by Tanner Weingard and Patrick McManus.
That's no good.
And now Lessard will go to the box for Leamington as well. So
My goodness.
someone is serving something for someone is my guess, because Lessard I don't think was involved more than just grabbing, grabbing the closest guy.
There was two of them, one for each team, and I think Lessard was
Lessard
one.
and Ty Johnson, I believe,
Johnson
were the two that were
hanging out by the goaltender. All right, there's still nothing on the clock.
The face-off, as they just pointed, is coming down to the Leamington zone, so
It tells me they're shorthanded.
the Flyers
4 minutes. And it says for number 13,
who is Lessard, but Lessard definitely was not involved.
They often, if this was an NHL game, you would see that number would be whoever, committed the infraction. Here it's 13 serving it. I'm putting that on the board.
Whoever's coming out of the box
Yes.
is getting put up on the board here.
I'm interested to see what's up with Colton O'Brien, to be honest. So they've got 4 out there. I have no idea.
Alliston to the point. Quick shot on there as we're back underway. Rockets on a 4-minute man advantage here. Alliston struggling to handle the puck. Barnes will stop it at the point, but it's back out into the neutral zone. Quick pass over to Kane Johnson. Now Perry right back out front of the boxes there. We'll pick it up for Strathroy. Stick handles through traffic. Knocked away from him. McPherson's backhand. Cleared back out to center to Charlie Barnes. A long stoppage there in the middle of this hockey game as well. Take note as Barnes carries it up through the neutral zone. We'll dump it in on a backhand inside the Leamington end. Clearing attempt will go off, I believe, a stick and out of play. So the faceoff will come out to the neutral zone. 3:19 to go in the period. The Rockets will play the entirety of the rest of this period, barring any goals on the power play. Face-off one back. Elliston now. Over to Barnes, opposite side of the ice. Now dumped in. And here come the penalty announcements over the loudspeaker here in Strathroy. Kane Johnson into the corner for Carson Perry. Up to the point, Elliston. Elliston looking, shot through, tipped past Porosky and behind the net for Cucci. Rimmed around the boards. Elliston will keep it in. Hold on to it. Cucci looking, Cucci shot off the post. Trying to poke away at it, though, is some jarring from Cucci and Clark in the corner. And now they're going to go. Cucci and Clark throwing the gloves down low in the corner. And it didn't last very long before the linesman's getting on top of them. And now the officials making sure that that is the only fight on the ice right now.
They came together in the circle to the right of Porosky. Stedman is showing Clark the door. Oh my goodness. The chirps haven't changed since I came here in the 90s. They're all the same from the crowd. Cucci's gone to the box. Clark's gone to the room. Martineau and Piccolo are hanging out in the by the exit there. I'm pretty sure they're not supposed to be there. Now Cucci's leaving. I'm just interested to see whether or not they got in there so quick that they just called this 2 minutes for roughing, or if they're going to call it a fight.
Still 2:46 to go here in the first period of play.
They're still announcing the penalties from before. Oh, the poor PA.
One back up to the point for Michael Elliston. His pass, nobody there, picked up and then sent down just about the length of the ice. Barnes knocked it down at the blue line to stop it from going the extra 50 feet. Picked up now. Trying to dump that one in. Johnson will pick it up into the corner. Now back behind the net. Perry tries to bring it out front. Johnson couldn't get a shot off. Barnes now, top of the circle. Pass over to Elliston, getting a stick in the lane there. Elliston, a nice move, gets it into the corner. Pass, Barnes at the point. Now to Perry. Perry, Elliston down low. Johnson looking, bangs it in out front, can't get it on. Up to Elliston now. Perry from the point, shot on goal. That one tipped, but goes well wide of the goal of Porosky, and it'll be cleared down the length of the ice by the Flyers with exactly 2 minutes to go here in the first.
That was a nice tip by Spezial. It just went wide.
So the Rockets quickly up ice. It's Perry, now dropping it for Hall. Hall across the logo at center. Steps in across the blue line. Long pass. Dundas. Dundas picks it up. Fires one on. That one's going to miss the net. Hall will pick it up and come back up to the point. Looks through traffic. Peroski kicked that one off into the corner. Marshall now couldn't hold on to it, and that one's going to be cleared down the length of the ice off to the right of Chaz Nixon. Now 90 seconds to go here in period number 1. Just about the same amount of time on the penalty. Being served by Lessard. Turned over, Utero looking shot. That one stopped by Nixon. Rebound off to the side. Couldn't get the shot off as a good defensive play by Marshall took that one away. Now Dundas taking it back to his stick. Dumps it back behind the net. Faulkner throwing the body. Hogarth tripped up a little bit, back up to his feet. Puck taken away by the Flyers, and they'll clear that one down the length of the ice as the linesman jumps to get out of danger. 54 seconds to go here in period number 1. Hogarth on the pass from Hall, and now this one back to Hall was knocked away. Here's Marshall up through center. Stops up, comes back across the logo, takes a long dump in on Peroski, and now Peroski's going to take the chance to send that one down the length of the ice himself. 33 seconds to go here in period number 1. Marshall stopping up behind the Strathroy net, looking for one final chance up ice here for Strathroy. Faulkner almost taken away from him, poked off the stick of Ryan McPherson. Now Elliston, back to Marshall, return pass just behind him, so he's going to have to stop and go back and get it. Holds onto it at his own blue line. Now comes up through the middle. Elliston almost taking off the puck there. Comes forward. Offensive blue line. Looks for a shot through. That one's going to miss. Blocker side. Bounce off the boards. Past Dundas to the blue line and poked away as the horn goes. And period number 1 finally comes to an end here. Scoreless after 20 minutes.
The penalties are not up on the site as of yet, so we have no idea. Maybe by the time we come back at the end of the first intermission, we'll have some details on the penalties and who, what's happened to who and who's going to be returning and who isn't.
But no score here after a period of play, a period that started out with a pretty good pace. Selden, you made a comment about how we might be out of here at 8:45, and I don't think that is going to be the case.
Fight wrecked it all. Made up for all the time we gained. I thought that they played a pretty good period. Like, they're coming out of this scoreless, which is much better than the first intermission score on Thursday night in Leamington. The downside is when you get 4 power plays, which they've basically had here in the first period, and you don't score, you're feeding the momentum for the other team. Like, it has like an opposite effect here. Like, you're not gaining anything if you can't get at least 1. And now they're going to be, 3 seconds into the next period, they're going to be 0 for 4.
So the Rockets, as you mentioned, they're no luck on the power play in a penalty-filled, fight-filled first period here from Strathroy. But scoreless is the way that we will enter period number 2. Quick check of the out-of-town scoreboard here as we will go to break and welcome you back for the second period. Sarnia is now taking a 1-0 lead over Kamoka at the Wellness Center just down the road. Early goal there scored by Braden Kruger with Will O'Leary DeLosa getting the assist on the goal. Over at the Western Fair in London, first period is over, 2-0 the score for the LaSalle Vipers over the London Nationals. We'll go ahead and we'll take the break here in Strathroy. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey on the Rockets YouTube page and following along on Hockey TV. The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets Hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca.
MNP Accounting, Consulting, and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy. The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! To the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, we welcome you back here inside of the West Middlesex Memorial Center for period number 2 between the Strathroy Rockets and the Leamington Flyers. Eldon, you got your notes out in front of you. Do you want to go through what happened?
Give me just a second
in
here.
Period number 1. If you are just joining us here, no score between the Flyers and the Rockets through 20 minutes of play, a back and forth, fast-paced first period, albeit for the first 16 minutes before the gloves dropped and the fight started coming in bunches here. There will be 4 players, I believe, on either side when all is said and done that are not going to be returning in this hockey game.
Well, in the original, to break it down, the 4 players for Strathroy who are, as they would say, first crack at the warm water and dry towels, will be Brandon Ballas, Jacob Habib, Noah Nelson, and then the fight that came later between Cucci and Clark. Cucci. So the 4 of them are done for the night. And for the Flyers, done for the night are Cale Cuvion, Seth Martineau, Gabe Piccolo. I'm missing one. Cuvion.
It's Cuvion, Piccolo, and then Clark.
Piccolo and then Clark. Yes, that's
Clark
the 4th fight. Yeah,
Clark was the 4th fight.
So each team, give me lots of room on the bench. Polidori might be able to sit on the bench instead of the penalty box. My goodness, yeah, it's a bit of a mess. There's going to be multiple suspensions for both teams, but it breaks down to Cale Cuvion got a cross check and an instigator to start that melee at 16:03.
And what started that melee, of course, a hit on Cuvion into the boards, which by both of our accounts, we thought it probably should have been something, probably a boarding call. That was not called. He went after him, and then that's where everything started from there.
And then everything after that was just given fights. They were all given extra fights, second fight at the same stoppage. But yeah, so both teams are going to be down 4 skaters for the balance of this game. As I said, there's going to be a little more room on the benches.
You know what, Eldon? I don't have a problem with that. You kind of set the tone here after that mess at period number 1 that you don't want to be any shorter than anything like that is going to be a fight and you're going to be gone. And for both of these teams, they know in the final few weeks of this regular season, you can't be missing guys. So out to the box here, Polidori will stay in the penalty box for Leamington, at least for now. There's not quite enough room on the bench for him. He'll be joined by O'Brien in there as well, and Lassard, who's serving the penalty. He's got 3 seconds left on the minor penalty that he was serving.
So he was serving the Cuvion double minor for the instigator and cross-check. The penalty to the captain, Colton O'Brien, I'm trying to figure this out. He got a misconduct, so that's why he's in the box. He's in there for 10, so he's got another 6 minutes or so to go, and the puck is down.
Dumped in right away by Strathroy. Puck will bounce into the corner for Dylan Dundas. Trying to knock that one away. Dundas, another chance. Fires a shot. It'll go off the shin and over top of the glass and out of play.
I hope that went off somebody.
Just 13 seconds into this second period of play. We were talking about that penalty to the captain, Colton O'Brien. He got a not going to the penalty box right away penalty, essentially.
Yeah. Didn't go directly to the penalty box. Well, there was no other penalty listed for him to go to the box for.
Cleared back at center ice here. Now the Flyers will bring it up to center. Laszlo picking up the dump in for Strathroy, opposite side of the ice. Now back out to the neutral zone for Taves. Held on to here. Nice pass over to the right side for Cohen Taves. Dumped in, opposite corner. Lemieux now to the net. That one stopped by Nixon. Point blank. Another chance there up to the point. And it's going to be over top of the stick of Prudhomme. Here comes Dylan Dundas. Dundas to Perry. Right side. Scores! Michael Elliston, and the Rockets lead 1-0.
A bad pinch at the blue line by the Flyers defenseman, and then Dundas was away. Drop pass, second pass, Elliston the one-timer. And it's 1-0 Rockets just 49 seconds into the second period.
So a bounce that goes the Rockets' way. Dundas with his new line mates tonight of Perry and Elliston. He feeds Perry. The goal from Elliston, and it's 1-0 Strathroy. Inside the Rockets zone, McPherson picks it up back behind the net. McPherson looks up to the point. Taves shot on. That one stopped by Nixon. Rebound out front. They're trying to pick it up. Faulkner will get it, and he'll clear it back out to the neutral zone. Taves waiting for his teammates to clear. That was Ryan McPherson a little bit late getting out of the zone. Dumped in. Now Taves back at the point. Shot through. Tipped. Couldn't get a shot off there. Nixon just looked it off to his right side. Now Hogarth held onto back behind the net. Chipped forward onto the stick of Nigel Piercy. Drops it onto his stick. Carries it right side. Looks over to Johnson. Johnson up in the rush. Looking out front. Had Faulkner, but the pass was in his skates. Grudner, left side, brings it forward for Leamington. Toe drag move, comes to the net. Backhander on. Nixon makes the save. Faulkner now. Top of the circle, brings it out past his own blue line. And he'll just dump it in past Piercy, and the Rockets will get a change. Flyers looking to try and bring it up ice. Capitalize on the change here for Strathroy. Dumped in. Just past the race. Now coming on, McCracken. Dumps it back in. Laszlo behind the net. Hall up through the middle. Onto the stick of Spezial. Knocked off his stick. Dumped in by Kane Johnson. All the way over to the opposite corner. Pass back by Taves. Spezial. And now Hall. Onto his forehand through center, to center, and he'll dump that one in. Johnson and Hall in the corner for Strathroy, working all the way around the opposite side, and this one on the fresh ice will find its way all the way down to the Strathroy end, and it's settled down by Alex Laszlo. 1-0 the Rockets lead here on the early goal by Michael Elliston. Dumped in, tipped off the stick of Spezial. Into the corner, Johnson poked past Pimentel, and back behind the net here the Flyers come. Lassard tipped in. Out of his net to play it is Nixon. Rimmed around the boards. Only one there to get it is a shot on. And Nixon quickly scrambles back in to make the glove save.
Cool as you please. He just kind of came back around the post, caught the puck as it made its way back. Yeah, he fired the pass right by the Rockets defender. And the shot from the half wall, he makes the save.
Into the corner. Dumped out off the boards. Prudhomme will pick it up here for Leamington. Pass comes through the middle. Knocked away off the stick there and all the way chipped to the blue line for Prudhomme again. Pass through the middle. Nice chip in there. Chasing it down, Utero. Utero into the corner against Ty Johnson as the bodies bounce around, and now Utero trying to pick that one up again. Elliston will bring it past the Leamington bench. Flips a backhander in. Dundas will chase in the corner. Picks it up. Dundas looks out front. That one knocked down. Elliston, side of the goal. Couldn't get a shot off there as he's tied up into the corner. And it'll be flipped forward.
An arm bar there.
Rockets bench was looking for a call as well here, as the Flyers get a wholesale change on the opposite side of the ice. Charlie Barnes coming through the middle now. Barnes left side, steps into the offensive zone, dumps it back behind the net, picked up by Cotter. Cotter trying to throw that around. Elliston will pick it up. Elliston, his toe drag move, knocked away by the stick, and Cotter will throw it back behind the net. Opposite side of the ice, looking for a quick pass, finds it onto the stick there, bringing it forward. Cotter, pass Grudner into the corner, holding on to it. Cotter, and he almost upended there by Barnes, but he speeds right past him. Nice play by Dundas. Pokes that one forward. Bouncing puck gets past Cotter. Laszlo is chasing it down out front of the Leamington net. Now a long pass. Grudner steps in across the blue line on the right side. Looks, walks, shot on. Nixon, glove save, and he gets the whistle.
Grudner can really unload that wrist shot. Nixon just picking cherries in there. He's ready. He's seeing it, and he's gloving or blocking everything.
Grudner, a guy who Thursday night in Leamington had a goal in the opening period, but probably could have had 3 or 4 bounces went his way. Pass over to Hull, right side of the ice. Tried to gain center, fanned on the dump in. Puck gets past him, and McCracken will chase it down against Ryan Marshall. Marshall poked away from him. Pass out front, trying to knock it away. Piercy up to the point, capped in. Milosevic looking to the net. That one fired just wide by Deresh. Faulkner now up against the wall. Pass through the neutral zone. Picking it up Prudhomme. He'll dump it right back in. Now play call to Piercy. Piercy knocked off his stick. Flyers turn it over. Looking to the middle. Lessard couldn't get the shot off there. Puck bounced off his tape. Prudhomme at the point. Back down low. Off the skates of Lessard. Side of the net. The race looking out front. Udero couldn't get the shot off. Prudhomme will pinch in. Just shoves it back down behind the Strathroy net. But now the Rockets in possession. Hogarth over to Hall. Now over to Marshall with the Flyers right on him here. Not giving them any space as they work their way up ice now. It's Hogarth running into Faulkner. Crossing pass, and the pass dumped forward just off to the side of the net of Nixon. Played around to Piercy. Piercy will throw it up in the air, and that one goes right through the girders, doesn't hit a thing, and now finally they'll blow it down.
I guess just getting up there was enough because that didn't touch anything.
Right through the hollow girders here at the West Middlesex Memorial
We have a
Center.
great view.
Didn't touch a thing. Absolutely did not touch a thing, but I think sometimes when it just goes up there, they feel like it's better off to just blow it down.
Half the kids stopped skating.
Carried forward, Spezial at center, pokes it past. Kane Johnson will chase. It's off to the side of the net, but dumped around. To the blue line, passed, and now Barnes hands it over to Ty Johnson. Now back to Barnes. Strathroy blue line. Pass forward. Knocked away by Taves. Connor McPherson dropped to Taves. Taves looks. Tries to go to the net. That one hits off a stick. Near corner inside the Strathroy zone for Spezial. His pass comes out to Barnes. Barnes will just get to center. Try to fire a shot towards the net. Hits off the body. And now a chance there for Pimentel. It goes wide. To the point. Johnson shot through traffic. That one knocked away. Porosky with another nice save as this one will be flipped up and down the ice inside of the Strathroy zone. Grundner chasing down Ty Johnson. Ryan McPherson just off to the side there, trying to maintain possession. Grundner with it, knocking it over. Now Ryan McPherson dumps to Connor. Connor, his pass up to the point, settling it down. Connor, Milosevic shot blocked away by Nixon. Barnes rimmed around the boards, able to keep that into the blue line. There's a big hit coming through by Pimentel. Held on to here. Flyers in possession. One-time chance. Nixon across with the pad save. Outstretched. Trying to get the puck out here of the Rockets as Spezial will clear out to the neutral zone. Milosevic. Right side. And now Prudhomme. Pass. Lessard. Inside the blue line. Flyers come again. Pass out front. Knocked off a skate. Dundas will throw it back out to the neutral zone for Milosevic again. Prudhomme, long dump in. There to pick it up. Dundas comes forward. Dundas in across the offensive zone. Held on to the puck, but then it was knocked off his stick and blown down by the linesman.
I'm like, McAlp, yeah, the linesman is owning this. He blew the whistle when he shouldn't have. As soon as Leamington picked it up to leave their zone, the whistle went. I think kind of forgot for a second that they had switched ends. And he's hearing it a bit from the Rockets bench, although it did save the Rockets a rush by Leamington going up the ice.
Arms up on the Leamington bench as well.
They're wondering why the face-off is outside the Flyers zone, I think. And now the referees are talking to McAlpine. What happened? He blew the whistle and he shouldn't have. He called it offside when it wasn't offside. Perry gives him a little tap there. No problem, buddy. You're okay.
But I don't think there's any grounds there to move the face-off, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, they sure can decide that that's the case, but by no means do they have to. And I could be mistaken on that, as it's inside the Strathroy zone.
Nobody got a territorial advantage out of that.
Elliston now picks it up, comes through center for Strathroy. Rockets into the offensive zone. Elliston tries to weave his way through. Dundas looking shut on. That one blocked. Doesn't make it to the net here as the Flyers will pick it up inside their own zone. D as Taves fans on the pass. Works in his favor there as he fakes out Dundas. Now up through center to Utero. Utero trying to settle it down. Fires it towards the Leamington bench. Hits off the boards. Pass from Marshall up to Perry. Perry works his way forward into the offensive zone, but offside on the play is Dundas.
McAlpine sure of himself this time. Face-off will be out in front of the Rockets penalty box, just outside the Flyers zone with 11:25 to go. As the Rockets line up at the wrong dot.
One of the small things you'll notice when you switch up lines is just the timing a little bit off from some players. You look at Dundas there, just a split second ahead of Perry. And it put them offside. Blake Hall in the corner here for Strathroy. Passes it right out front for Hogarth. Dangerous territory there as now it's flipped up into the air. Piercy knocks it down with his gloves into the corner. Past Cotter. He's the first one to get there. Leaves it for Hogarth now. Hogarth looks back through the middle. Hall from the point, pinching to keep it alive. Nice move. Gets the puck through the net. That one stopped. Big rebound comes out off the chest of Porosky. Now through center. McPherson's move is snuffed out by Charlie Barnes.
That was a nice play to knock that down and put the putt right back in.
Clear off the glass. Grudner chips it back out to the middle. Hogarth, nice play. Over to Faulkner. Faulkner to the net. That one goes off the glove. Nice save by Bo Porosky. And now it'll be cleared up to the line. Once again not out as it's held in by Hogarth. Prudhomme back behind the net here for Leamington. Piercy there to stop it, but then a collision off to the left side of Porosky's cage. Brings it forward here for Leamington. Ryan McPherson now back behind the net. Laszlo trying to tie him up against the wall. Held on to here. Connor now looking to try and get that one away. It's Ryan back down low. Lassard joining them. Pass up to the point. Milicevic looking across. Shot on. That one stopped by Nixon. Big rebound out for Faulkner, who will chip it forward and a little bit too much on it, and he'll go for icing.
Yeah, he tried to chip it by O'Brien on the boards with the intention of skating by him to get it. There's too much on it. No chance to catch up to that one. The face-off will be back in the Rockets zone to the left of Chaz Nixon. Just under the halfway mark here, 9:58 to go in the second period.
Face-off, one up to the point. Shot knocked away by Nixon. Now O'Brien. Side of the goal, opposite corner. Faulkner will be there to pick it up, and they'll just flip it up to the neutral zone. Bouncing puck. Spezial trying to leave that one, but it's turned over. Now coming forward with it on the right side. Nice move, trying to cut to the net. Knocked away by Laszlo. Laszlo trying to get it away from DeReish up to Spezial. He chipped it, but just out of the reach of Kane Johnson, and the Flyers get it right back, and they're offside as Lassard's move just a little bit too late there.
DeReish is offside. And just like Dundas, palms up. Who, me?
Both teams getting some fresh legs out onto the ice there. 9:28 to go here in the second. It's a 1-0 Strathroy lead. The goal coming early here in the second. Off the stick of Michael Elston. Now dumped in from center. Takes a big hop right on goal, and Nixon has no choice really but to cover that one up.
I feel like that's the hardest he's worked to make a save tonight. He has just been so cool in the net. And even when he's making what I would call a more acrobatic save, he doesn't look like he's working super hard to do it.
Utero shot. That one stopped by the stick of Nixon, it looked like. Kept out into the corner. Now the puck out to the neutral zone. Trying to flip that one forward. Elliston gets it on the backhand into the offensive zone. Dundas picks up the turnover, looks out front. Elliston hooked up on the play, couldn't get it off. Rockets bench looking for a call. Elliston with hands in the air. Here's the Flyers come back up ice the other way. Lemieux, top of the circle, now works his way down low. Knocked off his stick by Ryan Marshall, up to the point, past Elliston, and now picking it up. Here comes Perry. Perry looking, Perry shot just over top of the net. Marshall bounces over top of his stick, and now here come the Flyers into the offensive zone. Winds up with one. That one stopped by Nixon. Into the corner. Utero looking out front. Kept on. Grudner spins. Forehand. Looks for a pass. Looks to the net. That one stopped. Another chance. Opposite side off the side of the goal. And it's going to be cleared out and down the ice. And it's waved off, and the Rockets will catch a little bit of a break there.
Got to hurry here.
They'll get the change in as now the Flyers will enter the offensive zone. held on to the net, stopped. That one fired just wide. Good chance. Nixon might have got a piece of it. It's back out to center. Piercy right on O'Brien, but O'Brien gets the puck back. Steps in across the blue line. Ryan McPherson, Grudner poked away. Piercy across the logo at center. Now to the blue line. Piercy fans on it. Couldn't get the shot off. Trying to get it back in the slot. Knocked away. Held on to right side. Coming up McPherson. Couldn't get it past Laszlo. Nice play by Laszlo. Trying to chip that one through. Has it up against the wall. Spins back to the point, but McPherson standing right there. And now McPherson will bring it forward. Right side. McPherson shot on that one. Stopped by Nixon. Nixon standing tall here. As the Flyers putting some pressure on the Rockets here. Milicevic once again down low. Opposite side of the net, up to the point. Taves looking, shot off the post. Another chance there for the Flyers. Milicevic on, and that one's going to miss. Come all the way up to the blue line and kept in again by Leamington. Hall, nice spin move, gets the puck away. Hogarth up to Piercy, past Piercy, and back out to the Leamington blue line. Here comes Taves through center. Long dump into the opposite corner. Lessard, first one to get there. Now held on to off the side of the net. Cleared out past Spezial and down the ice into the Leamington zone. No icing. Flyers trying everything they can here as that dump in's going to go over top of the glass on the tip from DeRace out of play, and that'll bring the face-off back out to the neutral zone.
And that extended offensive zone time by the Flyers was started by a turnover by Alex Laszlo at the offensive blue line. That's a puck that just has to go into the corner. If you're not sure what to do with it as the defenseman, you can't turn back toward the blue line and turn it over. Dump it into the corner, play it safe. Thankfully, Nixon was up to the task.
Ty Johnson fires a long-range slap shot in from just shy of center ice. Stopped by Porosky. Flyers will pick it up in their own zone. Long dump out to center, and once again, Johnson with it. Now Pimentel stick handles, loses it. Able to get it over to Kane Johnson. Into the offensive zone on the left side. Johnson looking to the middle. Spezial held on to. Nice move to get away from danger. Tries to fire it up to the point there. Might have hit off something on the boards. Kept alive here, and now the Flyers with it. It's Lessard. Across the blue line. Lessard held, looking to the net. This one knocked away, cleared back down the ice, and this one, once again, not enough to go for icing. Couple times now here in this second period where the Rockets have almost iced it. Now Elliston to Perry, shot on, stopped by Porosky and into the net as the net comes flying off there.
Wyatt O'Neill on the back check. Perry with the one-timer. Usually it's the other way around. Perry feeding it to Elliston for that play, but Elliston had the puck. Nice pass, nice one-timer, but a big-time save there by Porosky. And Wyatt O'Neill sliding full speed into the net. He's kind of shaking himself off a little bit here while the linesman puts the net back on.
5:47 to go here in the second. Back in fourth play. Still 1-0 Rockets as finally the net behind Bo Porosky is set back and ready to go. Face-off, one, but the Rockets can't get it anywhere. Perry, a nice play. Back down low. Held on to, passed through the middle, up to center ice. Marshall there for Strathroy. Over to Hall, now back to Marshall. Going to play catch with Hall inside the Strathroy zone. Long dump forward. Picked up by Elliston. Lost it in his skates. Has to circle back inside the Strathroy zone. Up to Perry. Perry tried a quick pass to Dundas. Had it knocked off his stick. Marshall, this pass turned over. Utero looking back. O'Neill comes through. Stopped by Nixon. Tried to go 5-hole and Nixon squeezed it. Now back up to Perry at center ice. He'll just dump it in and the Rockets look, at least Perry will look for a change. This one almost knocked away at the blue line. Kept in. Nice play by Hogarth to hold the line for Strathroy. Now he gets a pass back. Hogarth holds, looks, shot through. That one tipped by Elliston. Now back behind the net. Elliston on the side of the net trying to hold on to it for Strathroy. Hogarth leaves for Elliston in the corner. Elliston, two men on him there. Up to the blue line. Kept in. Laszlo back down low. Big hit against the wall here. Trying to draw the puck loose. Elliston fires one on. Scores!
I was just about to say, he's been out there a really long time, the one member of that forward line who hadn't had a chance to change, and it worked out.
Puck just made its way out to the side of the goal, and Michael Elliston sitting in a perfect spot to fire it right through Bo Porosky.
I think that went between the blocking side arm, his right arm, and his body, because Elliston, it was a delayed reaction when he put his stick in the air. 2-0 Rockets, 4:30 to go in the second period.
Yeah, even Elliston didn't know right away that puck had snuck through Porosky to give the Rockets a 2-0 lead. Chipped forward by Grudner. Side of the net. Flyers now coming into the offensive zone. Up to the point for Taves. Taves shot tipped on. Nixon, nice pad save. Rebound out front. Cleared up to the point. Another chance here. Down low, off to the side. Odd angle shot. That one will bounce off the boards. Piercy will pick it up. Try to clear up to the line. Kept in by Ryan McPherson.
That has to get out.
Onto the boards now. Hogarth cleared. Back out to center. Past Taves into the Leamington zone.
Laszlo banging on the boards, telling everybody he's ready for a change.
Pass tipped forward. All right on the stick. Brunner works his way in. Couldn't get a shot off. Back to the net there. Nixon right out front of him there as he watches that pass go through the blue paint. Another chance here as the Rockets need to try and clear this puck out. Faulkner turned over. McPherson. Hogarth right on him. Pokes that one past the defender and inside the Leamington zone. 3:25 to go here in the second. Pass. Lessard across the blue line. Lessard toe drag. Couldn't get the shot off there. Just fanned on it. To the corner. Spezial up to center. Across the blue line into the offensive zone. Spezial wide. Back behind the net. Puck taken away from him. Pimentel right there. Still right on top of him there as he can't get up. As there's a pileup in the corner. It's going to be cleared off the glass. Kept by Johnson. He couldn't get a shot off, and now the Flyers will come back the other way. Long dump in, opposite corner. Lessard to the net. Pad save by Nixon. Another chance for Ty Johnson to try and get the puck from the corner. Tied up with his man down low. Can't get that one out. Drache looking. Point shot. Prudhomme on, and Nixon right through the traffic. Sees that one. Makes the glove save.
Nice job there by Kane Johnson and Blake Hull in front of the net, making that lane visible to Nixon, and he catches it out in front of him, as he often does. And the score remains 2-0.
Picked up, Dundas to center, will dump it in. Rockets will chase inside the Leamington zone. 2:25 to go here in this second period as it's fired off the mask of Barnes. Past him, and O'Neill will pick it up across the Strathroy blue line. Pass, looking through. Utero spun around there, putting the spin cycle as he goes into the corner. Puck trying to come out. Poked pass to the blue line and kept in as it bounces off, and Nixon just chopping away at it to put it back into the corner. Rockets trying to pick it up here. No more than 15 feet inside the blue line here. Bouncing puck over top of the stick of Prudhomme and back out to center. Minute 50 to go. Long pass on the stick. Utero breaks in. Utero stopped by Nixon. Rebound across again. And Nixon stones him cold.
My goodness. Utero came out of the clouds, took that pass, and there was it was like the Red Sea just parted for him to go in. 2 stops by Nixon on the exchange. The second one's got him face down on the ice. The net comes off because Nixon's leg hit it on the second save. And gives himself a bit of a break here while the linesman puts the net back on. My goodness, what a stop to keep the score 2-0.
1:45 to go here in the second. Rockets lead by 2. Hogarth's going to get tossed out of the draw here. Piercy will draw in. Face-off. One back. Rockets will at least clear it out to center as Taves is back to get it at the Leamington blue line. Just inside the Leamington line. Up to center. Dumped in. Chipped on. Laszlo with a man right on him trying to knock that puck away. Nixon looks off back behind the Strathroy net. Piercy from the corner. Hogarth will come in to help him. Puck up to the point and out as Milicevic will have to dump it back in. Laszlo over to Hall. Flyers right on him here as that puck's dumped out to center. Now Grudner Past the Flyers bench, across the blue line. Cuts wide right, looks. Grudner holds out front. Couldn't get a shot off there. Arm comes up on the play, and it'll be touched up. No, finally, yes, the horn or the whistle will go. Pardon me. A hook is called on Nigel Piercy.
It is a penalty. But that one's a little hard to swallow when the same chance was taken from Michael Elliston earlier in this period. Identical play down in front of the Leamington net, and there was no call. So that one's a little tough to swallow for the Rockets.
And about as big of a penalty kill as it gets here for Strathroy, up 2-0 to at least get through this next minute 4 here in the period. Up to the point for Taves. Taves now takes the return pass, walks out to center. Taves shot, that one blocked, rebound, comes off to the side. Nixon another save, trying to pick that one up is Spezial, just trying to tie it in the corner. Barnes in there to try and help out. Flyers, a couple of men on him, back behind the net now. Held, looking, up to the point. Taves again will take the pass, shot through. That one kicked aside by the pad of Chaz Nixon. Utero, pass tipped opposite side of the ice. Picked up, looking for it. O'Neill, Taves. Taves, return pass, looking. O'Neill picks it up on his forehand. They work around the perimeter. 20 seconds to go in the period. O'Neill picks it up, top of the circle. Fans on the pass. Taves, dozen seconds to go here. O'Neill looks, opposite side. Utero comes through, shot. Nixon makes the save. Rebound out front, and Nixon picking up the scraps with 5 seconds to go.
Teresh got just a touch on that one as it was bouncing, and Nixon grabs it out of the air with his catching hand. 5 seconds exactly to go in the second period. 101 in the penalty to Nigel Piercy. Big draw here to the left of Chaz Nixon with 5 seconds to go.
Off the draw, Elliston into the corner, and that'll do it. One last chance there.
6 seconds left, and that might be something to talk about. Save right after the buzzer by Nixon.
A busy second period for Chaz Nixon, who has kept this game at 2-0 for Strathroy through 2 periods of play. A big second for the Rockets. 2 goals by Michael Elliston. And the Rockets will head to the locker room here with 20 minutes to go, up 2-0 here on the Leamington Flyers.
Full value here for the 2-0 lead. And Michael Elliston, I was just thinking if there was a half a second of a break there, I was going to comment on the fact that he was the only guy from his forward line still out there. And had the play gone the other way, he was going to be gassed. But the puck came out of the corner, and he put it in the net for his second of the period. And the Rockets are up 2-0.
Elliston leading the charge here in period number 2, but the solid play of Chaz Nixon really what's kept this game at 2-0 for Strathroy after 40 minutes of play. It's tough to go through and look at Chaz Nixon's play and pick out the best saves, because you touched on it a number of times tonight. He makes so many of them look easy, when in reality he's making some fantastic saves out there in this game tonight.
Some goalies have to work really hard. They look very effortful, I will say, in making saves. They look like they're really battling. Nixon, it's just so smooth. The pad comes out, the right pad, the left pad. The blocker, he looks like, Frederick Anderson blockering the puck into the corner. And he just, and that's easy. It makes it easier on him. His body, he's not, overexerting himself. And it's got to instill a lot of confidence in the guys who play in front of him.
Certainly see if they can bring that through. The Rockets will have 56 seconds of penalty kill when they come back for period number 3. But they'll do so with a 2-0 lead here over the Flyers as we head to break. Third period coming up next from Strathroy. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey on the Rockets YouTube page and following along on HockeyTV.com. The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets Hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca.
Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy. The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! Left of the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, we welcome you back here to Strathroy inside the West Middlesex Memorial Center. After 2 periods of play, it's the hometown Rockets out in front of the Leamington Flyers by a score of 2-0. A well-played second period after a messy finish to period number 1. Both teams, it looked like, calmed down a little bit in that second period. And it was the Rockets getting both goals on the board, Eldon. A 2-0 lead on 2 Michael Elliston goals.
Well, Michael Elliston continues to show off his offensive skill. And as for, the temperature of the game definitely came down in the second period. Well, you kind of have to. You got 4 guys who are going to miss at least a couple of games each, right? And, these games are important. I mean, for the Rockets to try and cement their, playoff spot, and Leamington's fighting for the first seed. So you can't afford to be using a third of your team be call-ups because you've got guys losing their minds. So I would anticipate there won't be any more shenanigans in the third period. I mean, I also said that the third period would be ending right about now, about an hour and a half ago. So take everything I say with a pound of salt.
Both teams back out to the ice here as we'll get you set for period number 3. The Flyers trailing by a couple of goals here against the Rockets in a pretty big game for everybody on the ice, but they've got 56 seconds of power play time to start off the period here, and certainly go a long way to moving the momentum in their favor. They've actually outshot the Rockets in the game so far by a total of 29-16, 18 shots on goal for Leamington in that second period. But as we talked about when we went to break, Chaz Nixon has stood tall for Strathroy so far tonight. And if they want to come away with the 2 points here, hold on to this 2-0 lead, he's going to have to be a brick wall.
He will have to be. Third periods have been tough for the Rockets most of the season. And, they haven't had many games where they've gone in with the lead. But even when they're tied going in, they end up, losing. So to go in here with a 2-0 lead, this is huge for them. And you're right, Nixon's going to have to continue to play well. They're going to have to, continue to do a good job in their own end of not turning the puck over. And who would have thought that the line changes as we've seen them here, the new mix. Now we're down to 3 lines because we're without 3 forwards, but lots of ice time to go around.
Puck is down, and we are underway to start the third period here. Right away, dumped in by Ryan Marshall, and now the Flyers will have to start from their own zone. Coming up past the blue line and getting to center, now into the offensive zone. It's the captain, O'Brien. He'll circle back in the corner. Trying to look up to the point and find some room here in those tight corners. Back down low for Grunders. Mishandles it a little bit. Back up to his feet and then knocked down by Hull. The backhander, Ryan McPherson, settles it down on his stick. Hull throws a hit up to the point again. Once again, another chance here. Flyers, side of the net. Looking. Held on to. McPherson circles back again. Trying to find options here. Side of the goal. Out front between the legs. Nixon. Nice save there to Stoneham. Called into the corner. Perry trying to settle it down with Marshall. Nixon bangs his stick there out of the box and back onto the ice here off another chance. Looking around, they score right after the penalty expires. It's McPherson to bring the Flyers back within a goal.
What a terrible break for Chaz Nixon. The puck ended up in the feet of Blake Hull out at the edge of the crease, and when Hull turned around to look for the puck, he kicked it back toward Connor McPherson as Nixon went the other way. McPherson buries it into the open side. No chance for Nixon there. As I said, a terrible break. But 59 seconds into the third, we have a 1-goal game.
Just the way the Flyers wanted to start this third period. They're back within a goal now. 19 minutes of hockey to go. Kicked in from the point. Nice play by Taves to keep it alive here for Leamington. Now coming off the boards there. Held on to. O'Neill looking for a shot through traffic. That one was blocked. Side of the Strathroy zone. Barnes takes a hit to his knees, back up to his feet in the corner. Now Utero back behind the net, settles down the puck, takes a hit himself, and the puck goes over to Charlie Barnes, who will throw it around the boards and get it out. Now Piercy, Faulkner one-on-one here. Faulkner looking, shot on, and Porosky flashes the leather to make the glove save.
Nice play there to just kind of shoot that through Jack Cotter. But Porosky was ready, saw it the whole way. Easy glove save. Face-off will be to his left. As Spezial, Kane Johnson, and Matt Pimentel come out here as a forward group for the Rockets.
Thrown off the boards, back behind the net, sent down the ice, and there'll be an icing call against Leamington here.
Duration not able to take that pass coming out of the zone. All the changes is now the face-off will be to the right of Porosky.
Johnson in the face-off dot for Strathroy. One back, Marshall to the point, tipped on! Oh, and it's stopped there by Porosky as he had to squeeze the legs and keep that one out.
Yeah, he had that going blocker side low, and it ended up coming back between his legs. Nice deflection there by Spezial, about 8-10 feet out in front. But Porosky was able to close the door.
Picking that puck up, center ice. Grudner had that taken away from him by Faulkner as the two of them go into the boards right out front of the penalty bench. Prudhomme now with a man right on him. Hogarth trying to steal that puck. Hogarth, Piercy will just glide in behind him, trying to help him out. Piercy with the puck, knocked off his stick. McPherson will take that away, and it's Connor McPherson from back behind the Leamington net. Through center, long pass down the ice, no icing. Here's that one's waved off.
I'm not sure why.
Marshall up against the wall with Grudner trying to take that one away. Piercy throwing it off the boards. Nice pass, Johnson over to Faulkner. Faulkner, they stay on side, but the puck knocked away, back out and dumped in by Hogarth. Flyers quick change on the rush here. The captain, O'Brien, dances his way through, lost the puck. Elliston to Piercy. Piercy with a man right on him to center. He'll dump it in. Rimmed around the boards here. Flyers, long pass up to center, knocked down by the captain, Perry. Perry will dump it in as he takes a hit from Utero. Elliston, lone man inside the blue line there, trying to get that pass away. Perry has it go right past him. Utero trying to knock that one down from Laszlo. Now he gets it. Backhand pass to the net, knocked away. Here's Alex Laszlo. Quick pass, right side. Dundas now looking over to Elliston, out of his reach. Laszlo will pick it up and he'll dump it in on the forehand. Elliston has to clear. Now the Rockets can attack. Long dump up ice into the skates there, trying to poke it forward. Elliston almost lost it. Now Perry up through center ice. Carson Perry into the offensive zone. Perry shot over top of the net. Bounces off the glass for Dylan Dundas on the left side. Flipped up to the neutral zone. Perry will take that odd hop at the logo at center. Try to stick handle through O'Neill. Lost it. Elliston dumped in. Rockets looking to get a change here as Dundas comes to the bench. Elliston the only one on that line still out there. Coming through the middle, Cotter. Cotter lost it. Left side looking, shot through. That one blocked by Marshall. Lassard tried to get the shot on. Marshall into the corner. Barnes will come in to help out as he picks that puck up. Comes out left side of the Strathroy net. Now through the middle of the ice. DeReish will pick it up. Spezial overskated right off the bench. Pimentel throws a hit on DeReish. Gets the puck away. Over to Spezial, far side of the ice. Has some space here. Will gain center. He'll dump it in. Hits off a stick on its way into the corner. Comes out the other side. Up to the point for Barnes. Barnes tries to kick it to the net there. That one picked up. Pass. Lassard coming in and offside on the play.
Connor McCracken, you can back into the zone with the puck. You can't back in without the puck, and he was already in before the puck got to him.
Face off right out front of the Leamington bench in the neutral zone. Quick dump in is going to be knocked down. Milicevic will fire it back inside the Strathroy zone. Cleared up to the blue line, not out. Now there to pick it up right onto the stick. Chip to the side. Barnes flipped up into the air. Faulkner. O'Brien picks it up out of the air, and now he'll leave it for Milicevic. Right side. Connor McPherson. Back to O'Brien. Center ice. Pass left side. Grudner works his way into the net, and Nixon scoops that one up with the glove off the ice to get the whistle.
First time we've seen him do that tonight. That one was not going to be on net, but it was going to go right through the crease in front. So he catches it, gets a whistle. 14:55 to go here. Long time to go here in the third period in a one-goal game.
Rockets had the 2-0 lead. An early goal here by the Flyers in the third to bring them back within one. And that is where we sit, a 2-1 Strathroy lead. Dumped in Laszlo. That one hits off the skates of the linesman, and now a stick lift gets the puck loose here for the Flyers. Nice play to get the puck back. It's Dundas. Dundas will get to center. He'll dump it in. Hogarth will chase. Left side corner. Hogarth throws a hit. Puck comes out. Flyers now looking to try and turn it up ice quickly. That one hits off a stick, and it's going to be an icing against the Flyers. Not quite at center, although close.
Yeah, Grudner's not complaining. I think he was hoping he would get the call, but not necessarily,
expecting that he would get it.
He wasn't shocked when it went against him. And you can see they're tired. Grudner's over. He's kind of bent over there.
Face-off, one back to the point. Hall looking shot. That one's going to miss blocker side. Bounce past and picked up. O'Neill to center. O'Neill long dump into the opposite side. Hall bouncing puck comes right back out front. Another chance there for O'Neill as he picks it up back behind the Strathroy net. Hall now looking. O'Brien shot on. That one over top of the net. Looking glove side is now Ellison. Will have no choice but to chip that one past Cotter and get it back inside the Leamington zone. Here's Cotter. His pass. Utero, and they'll just take it back to the Leamington zone. Settle it down. Pass was out of the reach of Cotter, but he picks it up. Cotter now gets some speed. Comes through the middle. Chips that one past Dundas, and no icing. At this back into the Strathroy zone. Behind the net for Marshall. Elliston, bounce pass, gets over top of his stick. Cotter to the net, and shot stopped by Nixon.
Utero cutting across in front of the crease there, but just a bit late, creating the screen. Again, easy glove save for Nixon. Rockets doing their best to kind of wind this clock down. Everything they can to eat up clock and hold on to this 2-1 lead.
Face off to Nixon's left. One back, almost picked up there, but a nice play. And it's Barnes bringing it through center. Barnes will dump it in all the way to the opposite side of the ice for Kane Johnson. Trying to poke that one past is Spezial. 3 Rockets right up against the wall there. Johnson able to poke it over to the near side of the ice, and the Flyers out to the neutral zone. DeRace into the skates there, but onto the stick. Lassard looking shot. That one blocked by Johnson. Wide of the goal, picking it up again. Lassard back behind the net. Johnson will pin him against the wall. Ty Johnson now on his forehand. Some space. Pass right side, right through the legs of Spezial, and the Flyers with possession here. McCracken, that one poked off his stick. Johnson through the middle. Kane Johnson into the offensive zone. Tries to cut to the net there. One too many moves as he couldn't get a shot off in time. Was knocked away. And now here comes Grudner with speed. Through center. Grudner, nice move. Cuts to the net. And he couldn't get on. Another one. Stopped by Nixon. Rebound out front. Banging away at it. The puck goes into the corner there. And finally cleared back out to center.
Get up.
And Nixon is down.
Oh, no.
And this is not good.
He was struggling so hard to try and stand up, and he just couldn't.
And a silence pours over the crowd here in Strathroy as Chaz Nixon is down. Mike Brooks right on him. He's tending to that left leg,
which is what he hurt in London on December 1st.
It was the ankle that he hurt in London going into the post, and now looks a little bit higher up on the leg here, although you won't speculate too much.
No, I can't really see. He was trying really hard to stand up and just couldn't.
He's up on his own, which is a good sign, at least for Strathroy, although, man, the way he went down, you're going to be watching that if he stays in this hockey game.
The puck was bouncing all around in front. He couldn't cover the puck at first, and then there was just, left to right to left, and he's moving all around. They need to be the most athletic guys on the ice, the goaltenders, for how much they move left to right and up and down.
So a sigh of relief, at least for now, for the Rockets, as Chaz Nixon will stay in the game. Flyers trying to bring that one in. McPherson knocked it away in the corner. Another shot on Nixon. It squeaks through. He wasn't ready for it. And the Flyers have tied the game at 2.
He went to catch it. Again, going by him in front of the net. He went to catch it, and he didn't. And it just deflected back between his legs, and he couldn't close them quick enough to stop it from going in.
The Flyers have used 7 minutes and 43 seconds here in the third to erase the 2-goal deficit. And we are back to where we started, a tie hockey game. 2-2. Face-off one back. Elliston hands it to the D-man. Perry trying to hand it back to Elliston. O'Neill with a poke pass. Inside the offensive zone now, working. It's O'Neill. Looks to the point for Cotter. Back down low here. Flyers buzzing with the second goal, tying this game at 2 as the shot will go off a stick and out of play. With 11:56 to go here in the third.
The Flyers can smell blood in the water now. Come back to tie the game at 2, less than 8 minutes in. And now they've got 12 minutes.
Right out front of the net is Barnes. Elliston now, quick pass. Able to get a stick on it is Dundas. Chasing down low, Perry. Perry back behind the net. Dundas will come help him out. Dundas looks. Dundas fires one from an odd angle. That one's going to go into the corner, but back up to the point for Barnes. Barnes shot through. That one's blocked. And the Flyers continue to buzz here. Now they'll work for it. Into the offensive zone. Pass trying to find Unero. Poked away. And dumped back in here by the Flyers now.
Great job by Hull to break up that 2-on-1.
Hall brings it out front of the Strathroy net. And he's going to lose it. Picked it back up again, and he gets it up to Dundas. Dundas into the offensive zone across the blue line. Shot looking on. Glove save Porosky as he makes the stop to get the whistle.
So many highs and lows with Blake in the defensive zone. Makes a great play to break up a 2-on-1. Turns it over 4 seconds later, but then picks that guy's pocket 2 seconds after that.
Face off to the left, Porosky. One up to the point for Strathroy. Johnson looking to the net there. That one's blocked. Gets it right back onto his stick as he holds onto it. Now that one's blocked again. Capped in off to the side there, and the Flyers will get it forward. Coming in, DeRaiche knocked away. Holds onto it inside the offensive zone. Dumps it back behind the net. On angle, looking out front. Puck bounces around, and Johnson able to get it off to the side as the Rockets will clear back out to center ice. Pimentel now. Trying to get through a couple of Flyers. Couldn't hold on to the puck. DeRaiche now. Pass at center. Quick one. Bank. McCracken. Center. McCracken looking. Nixon got the glove on it, but it goes into the corner. Now right back out front. That one gets through a couple of people and all the way back out to the neutral zone. Trying to turn it up ice quickly. Prudhomme wide. Prudhomme looking. That one tucked on. Penalty on the way here, so it'll be touched up.
Caden Hogarth for high sticking, and he knows it.
Yeah, he's right to the box there. No argument. 10-20, just shy of the halfway mark of the third. And Leamington to the power play.
Yeah, I think he went to lift the stick, missed, and you could hear the blade of his stick hit the cage. And now struggling the first half of this period, giving up 2 goals and the lead. With 10:20 to go here, now the Rockets are shorthanded.
Flyers 0 for 3 so far tonight on the man advantage. This one cleared right away up to the blue line. Kept in. Grundner shot on. That one tipped, stopped by Nixon into the corner. Another chance here, settling it down. That bouncing puck rolling on its head, now up to the point. Grundner. Rockets pressuring him to the outside. Takes it into the corner. Hands it off back behind the net now, trying to go up front. It's to the point. O'Brien looks on. That one stopped by Nixon. Rebound. Nixon, another save on the shot by McPherson right out front.
Talk about Grundner handling the puck around the outside. I mentioned the other night how you could stand on the hash marks here with the seat of your pants touching the boards, and you really can. All the space that they had to maneuver on Thursday night on the Olympic pad at Leamington, the Flyers power play just doesn't have here.
Right off the draw, Faulkner tried to clear, but it's kept alive here by the Flyers. Up to the points. Grundner now, right side, to the middle. O'Brien trying to go to Ryan McPherson down low. Connor gets it back to Ryan, now up to the point. O'Brien to Ryan McPherson, side. McPherson looks out front. Now is Connor, couldn't get the shot off. And it's picked up here, still in possession by Grudner. Perry will throw it off the boards, and he'll get it out with a minute to go here on the Leamington power play. And now it's going to be iced here. Porosky trying to be too quick for the Flyers.
They were making a change. Great idea by Porosky. He tried to get the lead pass. He went for the long bomb up to the far side. Unfortunately, the guy he was passing it to was headed for the bench, and there was already someone else on. So that was either going to be a too many men on the ice penalty or icing.
And now
that's on the officials. This is not a too many men penalty. You can't drop the puck with 6 skaters. Somebody's got to go, like to the bench. There we go.
It'll be DeRace going to the bench here for Leamington. And
who knows if he was actually the guy supposed to go or not. But you can't drop the puck with 6 skaters on the ice.
And then call a penalty. So
yeah, you can't give
anyone calling for that.
Because it's on the official to make that count.
Flyers now 40 seconds from their own zone, left on the man advantage. Pass tipped off the stick there of Elliston inside the zone. Marshall up against the wall with Utero right on him, in there to help him out. Up to the point. O'Neill hands it off. Utero, Taves, O'Neill around the perimeter here. Now to the net, knocked down, and Elliston fires that one the length of the ice inside the Leamington zone. 20 seconds to go on the man advantage here for Leamington. Patiently now from behind the Leamington net. Pass comes to the middle, into the skates of Utero, knocked down, and then a hit by Laszlo, and the puck sent down the ice, but it's going to go out of play on its way down.
Yeah, it must have clipped somebody on the bench. Players all stand and lean over the boards.
3 seconds to go on the minor penalty to Hogarth.
So again, a big face-off here. The first goal ended. It wasn't a power play goal. Sorry, the penalty ended before the first goal, but it wasn't a 5-on-5 as he couldn't get back into the play.
One back to the point. Milicevic settles it down. Shot through. Nixon makes the save. Cleared off to the corner. Picked up by Perry. Perry will bring it forward now for Strathroy. Chips it off the boards. Hogarth tries to chase it down. O'Brien right there rims it around the boards. Now Ty Johnson holding the line here. Held it for a little bit, but then it's cleared back to the Strathroy zone. Pass from Perry to Hogarth, who's fresh and dumps it in. Puck bounces off the boards, right back out front. Picked up. O'Brien, this one. Picked off. Faulkner tries to go down low for Hogarth. Couldn't get enough mustard on that one. And it'll be cleared off the glass and down the ice for an icing against Leamington. 7:47 to go here in the third. A huge penalty kill for Strathroy there, but
yeah, big time kill there.
It'll be a big 7:47 to go.
Stunted the momentum a little bit of the Flyers by being able to kill that off. However, they are still a good team, and there is still lots of time here.
Up to the point. Barnes to the net. That one stopped by Porosky. Wasn't tipped on the way there. Not enough traffic to phase the Leamington goaltender. Barnes a dump in from center ice. Flyers getting a change on the play. Pimentel left side. Pimentel wins the battle. Back behind the net. Still holds. Pimentel looks. Fires one off the post from an odd angle. Back behind the net here. Spezial battling. Trying to get that puck loose. Up to the point, but it hits off the skates of the official. And over to Hall, who will just dump it in again as the Rockets will chase. Taves from the far side of the ice. Near corner, long one, sent out to center. Hall knocks it down with his skates, gets it over on a pass from Kane Johnson to Spezial. Now Johnson there to pick it up again, leaves it for Pimentel. Pimentel into the offensive zone, just goes wide into the corner. Holds, waits for backup, sees none's coming, but he gets a pass out to the slot. Hall to Perry. Perry looking out front. Dundas couldn't get a shot off there. It's knocked away. Now Hall from the point. Slaps one on. This one's blocked. Doesn't make it to the net. And then the flip will find its way back past the Strathroy bench. Blake Hall turns it up ice to Ellison. Ellison to center. Rims it around the boards. Dundas on the far side. Tosses it back to the opposite corner. Flyers trying to bring that one out, and they'll just flip it out to the center ice past the logo. Marshall, a long dump in. A little bit of catch and chase here as the Rockets find it inside the offensive zone. Elliston's pickpocketed. That one's flipped back through center. Bouncing puck there to settle it down. Cutting to the net. Gets one on Nixon. That one stopped. Utero with a hit there on Alex Laszlo to jar the puck loose, and now he holds on to it at the point. Cotter, right side. Cotter looking for a shot. That one knocked away. O'Neill couldn't get a shot off. Marshall back behind the net. Rimmed around the corner. Cotter lost his stick on the play from Elliston. And it's blown down.
Interference.
An interference call.
Wow.
On Michael Elliston, and Leamington back to the power play.
The down low official was looking right at it and didn't call it.
So Strathroy back to the penalty kill on this one. On the penalty by Elliston will be huge. Flyers have controlled the momentum here in the third. To the point for Grudner. Hands it off left side. Now he gets the return pass. Looks, space, over. They couldn't get the shot off. There's Nixon going post to post. It's Ryan McPherson now. Grudner, one time on. Nixon, glove save, comes across. And they get the whistle.
Well, you never know. They haven't really tested him all that much since he got up. He looked like he was in some serious pain there when he went down earlier. But he hasn't really been tested too much, even on that last power play.
Off the draw, the puck will be cleared back out to the Leamington zone here. It is now 30 seconds off the penalty on Elliston. Ryan McPherson over to Grudner. Pass dumped in. Comes over to Ty Johnson. Trying to clear that one out was Piercy. Tied up against the wall, just inside of the Strathroy blue line. Johnson picks it up. Piercy on a backhand, up to the line, kept in. Now Grudner looking. Hands it off to O'Brien. O'Brien trying to find a shot angle. Can't find a lane, and he hands it off to Ryan McPherson. Now back to Grudner. Penalty coming on the play, and this one's going to be to Leamington.
Same call. It's the same call. It's going to be an interference call for knocking the stick out of his hand, the stick of Ty Johnson out of his hand. He has no idea where it is.
Ty Johnson's still looking for his stick there.
He's like, oh, it went that far. Yeah, identical call.
So McCracken to the box, and that will be the end of Leamington's power play. Just 59 seconds in.
Connor McCracken was ejected from the game the other night. I think he was given a 10-minute misconduct with less than 10 minutes to go. But he's now in there. He doesn't like the penalty any more than Elliston liked his.
So with 4:55 to go here in the third, the ice will open up a little bit for the next minute one. Hall, point shot. That one through traffic goes wide into the corner. Perry now trying to get that puck loose for Strathroy. In there to help him out. Tied right up against the wall is Faulkner. Faulkner holds, looks for a pass out front. Still can't find it. Faulkner, another chance over to Hall. Now to Perry. Perry looking, shot on, and Porosky with the save as the shoves continue. That's Prudhomme and Faulkner back behind the goal of Porosky.
I always love that. You'll see two players going back and forth, push, but then as soon as one's a little harder than the other, the guy turns and looks at the referee as if to say, where's the call? Well, I let you each punch each other twice. Just move along. You both go or nobody goes.
40 seconds to go on the first penalty to Elliston, and now the pass tipped away by O'Neill. O'Neill, and a nice play there by Marshall to get his long stick in the lane and keep that puck alive for Strathroy. Now Faulkner coming with Perry. Faulkner looking, tried to get that pass over, and now quickly here come the Flyers back up ice. They had numbers, but then quickly back into the rushes. Perry on the rough side on the play with 4:16 to go here in the third.
O'Neill in too soon on the right side.
.22 seconds left on the penalty to Elliston. After that, the Rockets will be back onto the ice here. With about a minute of power play time.
Yeah.
Off the draw, Hogarth into the skates there, and him and Utero will come away from each other. It's Cotter now at the Leamington blue line. Hands it back to O'Brien. O'Brien circles back there. Had the stick of Hogarth. You could hear that one from up here in the press box. Now over to O'Neill. O'Neill right side at the line. Leaves it. O'Brien. Pass over to Utero. Elliston is onto the ice here. McCracken came out of the box here, and now he's going to get a call. McCracken came out of the box thinking his penalty was over. It was Elliston. He wasn't
paying attention.
And now it's going to cost him.
His coach is absolutely giving it to him. At first he was upset looking at the ref, but McCracken left the box to go to the bench. Confused with the timing on the clock. Wow.
What a turn of events there. 2:54.
Yeah, nobody extra. They're still only going to be one man short, but now he's got an additional 2 minutes to serve.
Carson Perry has called the Rockets timeout. So the Rockets going to use the timeout here. 3:49 to go in this hockey game, Eldon, and the Rockets will get 2 minutes and 54 seconds of man advantage here.
It's a huge opportunity for the Rockets. The third period has not gone their way. Came in up 2-0. A minute in, it was 2-1. And a few minutes later, it was tied. So Leamington's really carried the play for the most part here. And as I say, big opportunity for the Rockets. I mean, if they can get one in the first 54 seconds, they're still on the power play. I have seen that before, but it's been a long time. And you can see the goaltender who sits in the penalty box here at the West Middlesex Memorial Center. There's not enough room on the player bench for the backup goaltender. And he's reaching over the boards, trying to grab McCracken to get him back.
You know what? They almost got away with it, but the linesman was right there.
And the referee's now explaining to the Strathroy coaching staff it's an additional 2 minutes on top of, not at the same time. It's not a 5-on-3.
And the Flyers bench calling for them to drop the puck, and they do.
And
without
they
the
do.
Rockets being there. The Rockets were taking their sweet time.
The Rockets took way too long. That's not the first time we've seen that this year.
Perry to pick it up inside the Strathroy zone as the Rockets get to work here on this extended power play. It's Elliston into the offensive zone. Elliston wide into the corner. Chucks it off the boards up to the point. Carson Perry with Ryan McPherson right on him. Now back behind the net here for Hogarth. Hogarth up to the point for Charlie Barnes. Elliston right side. Elliston looks out front. Hogarth couldn't tip that one onto goal. It's picked up by Dylan Dundas. Dundas, two Flyers right on him. Gets it down low. Hogarth chipped off his stick. Flyers doing their best to get the puck back, and they will pick it up in the corner and fire that one down the length of the ice. And what would have been the end of the penalty to McCracken comes, but he's got another 2 minutes to serve here. 2:55 to go in this hockey game. Barnes to center, in across the blue line. Stops up here for Strathroy. Shovels it down low. Poked on. Perry in the corner. Kicks it back up to his skate. Now down low for Dylan Dundas. Dundas getting pressured here. The Rockets not giving any time, and now it's sent down the ice by the Flyers.
They allowed themselves to get outmanned on the puck on the boards. And they've got the extra man on the ice. That just shouldn't happen.
The Flyers have been very good at pressuring the Rockets on the penalty kill, but they, like you said, are being outmanned at times, despite having the extra guy on the ice. Minute 15 to go here on the man advantage. Into the corner, picking that one up. Johnson tripped up. No call here. Rockets bench wanted one, but it looked like he fell a little bit on the play. Now looking, shot to the net. That one blocked. Chance out front. Shot. Another one on goal, out front. Spezzial couldn't find the back of the net, and it'll be cleared back out to center.
Faulkner had his arms in the air, anticipating that puck going into the open net.
50 seconds to go on the penalty to McCracken. 1:45 to go in this hockey game. It's Johnson, quick pass, Faulkner. Faulkner looking on, that one's going to miss. Glove side, up to Marshall at the point. Keeps it alive. Johnson hooked up a little bit. Flyers will get it. They'll bring it to center. It's Connor McPherson, toe drag, and he's knocked down by Hull.
Nice job standing him up at the blue line.
30 seconds to go on the man advantage, and then McCracken will be out of the box here, and we'll be back to even strength. There's a minute 18 to go in the hockey game. Spezzial, far side of the ice, just inside the zone here. Big hit, jars the puck loose, now into the corner. Faulkner comes to help out, back behind the net. Prudhomme dumps it, and that'll just about do it for the man advantage for Strathroy with 7 seconds to go, and they're not going to rush it up ice. Final minute to go here in the third. We are tied at 2. Rockets had a huge chance on the power play. They were unable to get really any good scoring chances. Now Perry into the corner. Toe drag knocked away. Down to the seat of his pants there and slow to get back up. Picking it up from the corner. Working his way past is Lemieux. Tied up with Elliston. Barnes off the boards. Elliston tried to chip that one back. 30 seconds to go here in the period. Long pass forward. Chipped. Foot race for it. Back to get there, Milicevic. Milicevic spins. Now up ice. Held on to here. Hogarth. Hands it off to Laszlo. Now Laszlo. Throws it off the boards. Gets it out. Chipped forward inside the Leamington zone. 10 seconds to go here. The captain, O'Brien, looks and he hands it back to Milicevic, who takes a quick glance at the clock. We'll get a pass up to center, but the dump in will send us to overtime here in Strathroy. As a 2-0 lead heading into the third gets erased for Strathroy. The Flyers tie the game, and we have overtime coming here from the West Middlesex Memorial Center.
And Connor McCracken will live to fight another day for his coach, as the Rockets weren't able to score on the brain cramp penalty by Connor McCracken, leaving the penalty box too early. And here we are, 2-2 going to overtime. Both teams will come out of here with a point. So the Rockets picking back up the point that Sarnia got last night in St. Thomas to put them at least 10 points back clear of the Legionnaires as the games tick off the calendar. But a real opportunity here for the second one.
And now they have changed it to 7 minutes on the clock. There was 5 minutes up there, but it is a 7-minute overtime period of 3-on-3 hockey. And it looks like Chaz Nixon and Bo Porosky will switch sides.
They started doing that in the NHL a couple of years ago, I believe. Makes the long change. It's another way of trying to get games to end in overtime as opposed to going to the shootout. And when it's 3-on-3, it's you're only ever one turnover away from a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-1 going back into your zone.
So we go to overtime here in Strathroy. Three-on-3 hockey. McPherson will pick it up off the draw here for Leamington. He'll circle back inside of the Flyers zone as they get ready to come up ice for the first time here in the period. From the right side of the ice, O'Brien now. He'll leave it. Connor McPherson through the middle with speed, wide, cuts, looks into the corner. He'll circle back. Cuts through, lost that one, got it past Hull. Hull knocks that one away from him. Piercy to try and pick it up. Piercy comes forward. Piercy at center, knocked off his stick by Ryan McPherson, and then Connor to try and dump it back down inside of the Leamington zone. Rockets getting a change on the play. It's Allison, Perry, Hull out there, the three. Now the Flyers getting some fresh legs as Taves and Utero come onto the ice. Pass out front, Utero stopped by Nixon. As the Rockets left him hanging out front, and he got a beautiful scoring opportunity.
He came from the bench, straight line toward the net. The puck came out from behind, and he fired it right into the crest. Nixon perfectly positioned to make that save.
It's the third time this season that the Leamington Flyers have gone to overtime. There's a shot on, just misses the goal of Nixon. Bounces back up to the point, and Grudner will carry it back out to center. Here's Grudner now, right side. Works his way in, tries to cut, cuts back behind the net, bounce pass off the boards to Taves at the blue line. Taves past Hogarth, stick lift, trying to get that puck loose. Taves muscled off the puck as Perry will pick it up. Perry trying to work it forward to Hogarth. Hogarth tried to get it back there, and it's going to be turned over. Here comes Utero. Utero at the blue line, stops, cuts in, shot on, up high on Nixon, who makes the save.
Yeah, he had a great view there. That is one thing about having only 6 skaters on the ice instead of 10. There's a lot fewer bodies standing between the shooter and the net.
Face-off off to the right of Nixon. Now one into the opposite corner, Spezial trying to chase that one down. Stick lift from Faulkner, couldn't get the puck loose. It's O'Neill. Going to skate this one back out to center, get himself some space as the Flyers will get ready to set it up. Quick pass, and now with speed comes Cotter. Cotter wide to the left, back behind the net. Cotter still holding.
He can skate, can he?
Uses his speed, gets it down low to Darby Lemieux. Lemieux tied up in the corner, and now a dog pile on top of the puck is Spezial, the man on the ice here. The official looking to see if this puck will come loose. And he does, out from behind the net, Spezial, but he's down. Darby Lemieux out front, this one taken away. O'Neill looking shot, but he goes well wide into the corner. Flyers some fresh legs out onto the ice here. 4:36 to go in the overtime period. Faulkner, pass back, Marshall to center. Marshall in across, Marshall takes a big hit there, throws a big hit, and now it's going to be a foot race. Ryan McPherson trying to come in, beats Faulkner. McPherson couldn't get the shot off there. Almost had him beat. Into the corner now. Out front, Connor McPherson to Ryan. Ryan on, stopped by Nixon. Big save there. Connor to Ryan. Ryan back to Connor. It's tipped away, and Spezial will pick it up at the blue line for Strathroy. Spezial looking, shot, stopped by Porowski with the pad. Cleared back out, and now Connor McPherson will come one-on-one with Alex Laszlo. McPherson cuts, drop pass, O'Brien stop, big rebound, comes out off the pad, and it's over to the bench, and there are too many men on the ice.
Got it.
They've got it. The change right out front, they touched the puck as he was on his way off, and the Flyers are going to get caught with too many.
The guy coming on played the puck. That was the problem. If he doesn't touch the puck, it doesn't matter. But he did.
And not only do they get the penalty, it's Ryan McPherson to the box.
He was the one who fired the pass back toward the bench. An unfortunate break if you're the Flyers. But no, the guy going off, he was not off. The door wasn't even open yet.
Still giving it to the officials there, but...
you can give it to them all you like, but that was crystal clear. These guys got to hurry up. The Rockets had a puck dropped on them in the third period. They take too long to get in there.
They get the benefit of the last change, but it doesn't mean you get to take as long as you wish. Laszlo at the point here for Strathroy. Off the boards, Johnson. It's Kane Johnson, Alex Laszlo, Michael Elston, and Carson Perry. Johnson looking, shot. That one's going to be right into the shins and blocked. Nice play to get the puck back almost, and the Rockets will have it back now. Kane Johnson drops it up to the point for Laszlo. Laszlo takes a hit, jars the puck loose, and now the Flyers come back up ice the other way. It's Utero. Utero wide, left side, cuts to the net, stopped by Nixon. Nice save there by Nixon to shut the door, and the Rockets will rush back up ice the other way. Here's Johnson, looking for a pass, holds it down low. Laszlo will have to chase as the Rockets not communicating very well here on the power play. 45 seconds gone. Fresh legs onto the ice. It's Elliston, Perry, Barnes, and Dundas. The top line with Barnes on the back end here. Elliston wide right side into the corner. Gets pressured here, and he's the only one there as the puck comes loose. Trying to get it back there is Dundas. Dundas kicked up to the point for Barnes, who gets it back. Now Barnes. Dundas looking, pass into the middle, knocked away, and cleared the length of the ice.
He had Elliston on the far side, but the defenseman was able to cut down that pass.
Perry, long pass up to Dundas at the blue line. Now Dundas holds, past Hall, and all the way back behind the Leamington net. Long dump in, 30 seconds to go here on the power play for Strathroy, and they're going to have to come from their own zone.
Leamington's been just as aggressive killing the 3-on-4 as they are the 4-on-5.
Hall going to leave it. Hogarth around the boards. Dundas trying to get there. It's up to the point. Kept in. No, now poked away. Coming forward on the right side. Toe drag shot. That one stopped by Nixon. Time will expire on the penalty. And now it'll be 4-on-4 until we get a whistle. Holding on to it, looking, shot. That one will go off a body and out of play with 1:42 to go here in overtime.
Really nothing came of that power play. I'm not sure they had a shot on goal, to be honest. The relentless penalty killing of the Leamington Flyers two guys up high all the time on the point man made it really tough to get anywhere else. If they could have even got the puck by one of them, you've outmanned them down low. But
the one thing you noticed here in the second, third, to now the overtime periods in this game is that on the man advantage for Strathroy, 3 of the 4 guys that got kicked out in the first period are power play guys.
Yeah, Bala's in overtime. How huge could he be?
Laz, Nelson, and Cucci all play some big power play minutes. Inside the Strathroy zone here, it's Leamington with the puck, knocked off the stick of Grudner, and now coming forward with it, Faulkner across the blue line. Faulkner, nice move, works his way through. Faulkner couldn't get the shot off in time. Laszlo, now Hogarth. Faulkner fires one off the post, tried to go from an odd angle there, didn't get much on it, and now back the other way comes Grudner. Grudner has some space, works his way in, toe drag, backhand, Nixon across with the pad save. Puck still alive here, looking out front,
Lord.
holds, shot over top of the net by McPherson. Kept alive here, 55 seconds to go in the overtime period.
I think the net's off.
McPherson held on to, looking off to the side, shot on, Nixon makes the save with the glove.
Faulkner is, I don't know what's going on with him, but he's either gassed or he's hurt. He laid on the ice. Yeah, they're putting the net back on now. All that time, that play.
I mean, it works out well. I mean, if that puck were to have found the back of the net,
That's
you would hope that they would have
That's a
noticed
conversation.
that.
Somebody's not going to be happy, whether it's Leamington or Strathroy, however it ends up.
Nice play. Now back into the corner, behind the net here. Flyers in possession, up to the point for O'Brien. O'Brien looking down low. O'Neill chipped off his stick. Now tries to get it past. Comes out the right side, up to the point. Utero shot blocked. Now coming forward. Just hit forward. Michael Elliston. Breakaway in overtime. Elliston stopped by Porosky. Looking for the hat trick in overtime, and Elliston is stopped.
If you're going to have a guy on a breakaway in overtime, that's the guy you want to have it. Michael Elliston came in, a couple of head fakes, and he tried to open Porosky up and go 5-hole. But the Flyers goaltender put the stick down, made the save.
Marshall from the point off the draw. Pass to Elliston, well out of his reach. Taves will pick it up behind the Leamington net. 15 seconds to go here in overtime. Quick pass. It's McPherson on the right side. Ryan McPherson. He's got his brother Connor with him. Pass to Connor out front. Couldn't get the shot off. Picked up in the corner. Perry trying to get the puck loose. Connor McPherson to the net. Couldn't get the shot off to the side. And the horn will go. Overtime solves nothing here. We got a shootout on top.
Imagine an overtime, a playoff overtime where both teams are down 4 guys. You'd be changing lines every 20 seconds. My goodness. Michael Elliston with the game on his stick in overtime and a big-time save by Bo Porosky.
So they'll go to the benches here and they will chat things over here and get set for the shootout. And the Rockets, the first one you can see leaning over the bench there, Eldon, is Pimentel. And Pimentel leads all GOJHL shooters in shootout goals this year with 4. He is 4 for 5 this year in the shootout.
The next closest is 2. Several. I'm sure there's a bunch of guys around the GOJ that have scored a couple of goals, but yeah, Pimentel, who I think only has 1 in the regular season. And
it's Grudner shooting first here for the Flyers in the shootout. Comes in on Nixon into the slot. Stopped by Nixon.
Big save. Continues to stand tall. He's stoned Grudner a few times tonight, actually. I've seen him, quiet frustration with saves being made by Nixon.
So now Pimentel for Strathroy. As mentioned, 4 for 5 in the shootout this year. He'll shoot first for the Rockets. Pimentel in on Porosky, looking, stopped by the pad of Porosky.
It's funny, I talk about Elliston being the guy you want with the puck on a stick on a breakaway. Maybe Pimentel in overtime wouldn't be the worst choice.
Stopped there, and Both goaltenders getting the upper edge here in round one. And now it's going to be Connor McPherson for Leamington. McPherson with speed comes in. McPherson looking, scores! Oh, takes a tumble into the boards, but Connor McPherson beats Nixon over top of the glove.
Yeah, it took him blocker side a little bit and then threw it back to the glove side and beat him.
Faulkner will shoot next here for Strathroy. Going to come in on Porosky here. Starts on the right side. In. Faulkner looks to the move. Pad save Porosky.
Porosky comes out a long way, like almost to the hash marks as the shooters come in on him. If you can get around him, you can score, but unfortunately Faulkner couldn't get around him.
So now puck on the stick here of O'Neill. O'Neill comes in, stopped by the blocker of Nixon. So the shootout stays alive here.
Yeah, that was for the win.
And the Rockets will turn it to Michael Elliston.
Yeah.
It'll be our first time seeing Elliston in the shootout in the Rockets jersey. Elliston starts at center, needs a goal here for Strathroy to extend the shootout. Elliston on the right side comes in, backhand off the bar, and stopped by Porosky.
He beat him, but he couldn't beat the crossbar.
And the Leamington Flyers, it needed a shootout, but they come away with the win here in Strathroy.
Still undefeated in extra time are the Leamington Flyers this season.
Chaz Nixon skates off the ice here, but not without a valiant effort from the tender.
The reason that the game went as deep as it did.
A couple of glove taps there for Nixon from his former teammates on the way off the ice. And now the Leamington Flyers, a big 3-2 win here over the Rockets in a shootout, and that coupled with the out-of-town score, a 5-1 win for LaSalle over London. Leamington now holds top spot in the Western Conference, 1 point over the London Nationals.
Yeah, Strathroy unable to help the Nationals out in that regard here in extra time. Trying to hold the Flyers to just the 1 point. But it is the Rockets that come away with the 1 point. As I said, kind of catching up for the point the Legionnaires got last night in St. Thomas with the overtime loss there. Putting the Rockets back up 10 points.
They were up 10. Sarnia actually victorious in Kamoka tonight in overtime, 2-1 over the Kings. So
making
that
up
league back to 9. And Strathroy still with a few games left here, now down to their final 5 games of the regular season. But this loss here, a tough one tonight for Strathroy. They really played well in the first, second periods there. A team that this season, Eldon, we knew hasn't been that strong in the third period. They allowed Leamington to tie the hockey game. They had their chances here. And I really think that penalty by McCracken is the chance that you had to bury this Leamington team.
2:54 of power play time. Almost 3 minutes of power play time with 4 minutes to go in a tie game. And they really didn't turn it. They didn't turn it into a whole lot of much and didn't score. So, I mean, they had opportunities. Nixon kept them in the game late. And Porosky comes up big and, some help from the crossbar at the end on the shot by Elliston in the shootout.
So the Flyers with a 3-2 win here over the Rockets on this Saturday night. They put themselves into first place in the Western Conference here. The Rockets back in action a week from today, Saturday night at home against the London Nationals here at the West Middlesex Memorial Center. We are on the air shortly before 7:30 for the pregame show, and then puck drop at 7:30 here on the Rockets Radio Network as well as HockeyTV.com. From Eldon Dunseith, Noah Smith, we thank you for listening and watching with us tonight. We hope you drive safe, and we'll see you next week here from Strathroy.